What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 144 of Community Universe Mode, and we are live, my friends, from Purgatory, the second annual Purgatory, the final pit stop on the road to Ascendance 5. This is where it all picks up, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly 4 weeks from tonight, we are going to witness the spectacle and all of CMV, the showcase of immortals, the show of shows. But before we can get there, we got to find out what happens tonight. Action-packed card, 15 matches, 9. Or actually 8, I'm sorry. Not all. The only title not on the line tonight is the Rising Star Championship. The other are all going to be decided. We've got an Elimination Chamber. We've got a blockbuster main event. Bob Luger taking on Ryan Kent for the Alpha World Championship. Of course, inside of that Elimination Chamber, 6 of Genesis's top competitors going to go at it to see who earns an Alpha World title shot at Ascendance to challenge Bob Luger or Ryan Kent. Comes out of our main event as champion. We've also got Travis King, the perfect specimen, the winner of the 3rd annual Cyborg Invitational, challenging the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews for his CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. We got Family Matters going down tonight. Father versus son, Pat LaFave taking on old Timmy Boy, the Timster, Tim LaFave. Finally, those two going to be in the ring going at it mano a mano. And of course, in our co-main event, Hell in a Cell, it will be as the Devil's Domain will showcase Schmitty and Brody Sampson, no doubt going to tear each other's throat. But before we get there, my friends, we are starting things off with some tag team action as the Kip Up Kings going to be taking on the Bickering Duo. What up, Dino? I don't think this is Borton. Apparently a big Randy Borton fan, though, who is going to be in that Elimination Chamber later on tonight. Here we go, folks. Starting off Purgatory, the place between heaven and hell. A show that will determine a big chunk of what will go down in 4 weeks' time at Ascendance, as the Kip Up Kings earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion during the Go Home show, after defeating the Old Gods, issued an open challenge to any Fusion team. The Kip Up Kings been on a bit of a roll as of late. They started talking trash, just rattling off every team on Fusion, saying that they're better than them and that all the other teams are blah. And that's when Tyson Cage and Sarasi, in between arguing with one another, accepted their challenge to kick off Purgatory here tonight. Whoever's inviting me, please chill. I'm not going to join your party. I appreciate the invite, but I got to commentate here. What's up, everybody, though? What up, Topher? Timmy Boy? 702. Cop. Here comes Jamari Williams, other half. And Jaquan Shea, both men paying homage to their to their favorite superheroes, I suppose. Saw Jamari Williams come out dressed up like Iron Fist, and now here comes JS rocking that Luke Cage attire. Them flashy new digs, though, ain't gonna get them the win here. Ain't gonna determine that they walk out victorious. Their skill will, and they're taking on one hell of a team, and the Bickering Duo, who only have 2 losses to their name. Of course, we thought that Tyson Cage and Sarasi were finally on the same page after suffering a tag team title loss to Desolation earlier this month. Both of them kind of confronted each other and let out their real feelings. Tyson Cage saying Sarasi's his best friend, but it seems that we've gone right back to their old bickering ways. They're at each other's throats again. Both men telling the other to end the team. Tyson Cage saying, if you want this team done, Sarasi, all you got to do is say so. Sarasi saying, no, if you want this team to dissolve, it's up to you. You got to say you don't want to be with me anymore. Have you been watching since season 1? I've never seen you before. It means that you've been with us for 2.5 years. I appreciate it. Nice talking to you for the first time there, Dino. And here comes the man with the most exquisite facial hair and all of CMV, Tyson Cage, who's coming off a singles victory earlier this week during a live event, actually defeated Harvey Hastings, who we're going to see in action later on, battling Arthur Rose. Between those two to see who goes on to Ascendance to fight Oliver Smith in his retirement match. But with Ascendance on the horizon, folks, obviously the Fusion Tag Team titles going to be defended later on when Bad Men Incorporated, aka Andrew Briggs and Matt Devious, take on Desolation. But the winner of that match, whoever comes out as the champions, they're going to have to defend an Ascendance, and it very well could be against the winners of this matchup right here. What up, Maury? What up, Vic? Glad you didn't miss it. And last but certainly not least, my friends, Sarasi showing off some new digs as well here, folks. Changing up his look a bit. The Masked Man, who finally ended his 3-month losing streak when he and Tyson Cage defeated, Mike Wire back at it again. When he and Tyson Cage got a victory over Harvey Hastings and Arthur Rose a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, they began another decline with a loss to Police Squad, but they're going to try to turn that around here tonight. Like I said, kicking off a pay-per-view, this team, whoever wins here, could very well go on to Ascendance to challenge, whether it's Bad Men Incorporated, whether it's Desolation, for those titles. What up, Hellish? Glad you could join us. As we get set for our first of 15 matches here tonight, my friends, including 8 championship bouts. Our final pit stop before the grandest stage of them all, Ascendance, in 4 weeks' time. As Tyson Cage immediately starts things off by shoving J-Dub to the outside of the ring. Ooh, nice elbow, and then a kip up. That's why he calls himself the Kip Up King, ladies and gentlemen. This is not officially a #1 contenders match, but like I said, you gotta assume that, starting off a pay-per-view, whichever team is victorious here, they gotta be considered in the running at least to challenge for those belts at Ascendance. There's a back body drop. Guys, count of 5 here. Is this first matchup going to end via count out and a double count out? Jamari does not seem to be paying attention to the referee's count here, as Williams shoving Tyson face first down to the outside, those weak-ass mats, which offer little to no support. Count of 8, guys. Is Jamari going to save things, or are we going to get a count out? No, Jamari to the rescue, and the count of 9. This matchup is going to continue cleanly in the ring, and a tag to Shaquan as Tyson waits for him and gets a kick to the gut. Irish whip Cage into the corner. Shaquan slowly approaching him, puts him up on the top rope. Oh, tucking those legs behind the top rope. What does Shaquan have in store here? Oh my God, stunner. Jaw first down onto the shoulder. Shaquan could have the match won right here, folks. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2 count. They're actually Iron Fist and Luke Cage, I'll have you know. The defenders here tonight at Purgatory. Is Cage going to make a tag to Sarasi, who's nice and fresh. Ooh, and a stiff kick right to the side of the head. Last time we saw these two men in the same ring was in the Cyborg Invitational. So we get a curb stomp now from Shea. There's Tyson Cage helping out his partner. Some teamwork on display early on from the bickering duo. We'll have to see if that continues as Cage with another punch to the back of Shay's head. Seems like he might be caught up in the corner there. Shaquan not learning his lesson. Keeps getting punched right in the back of the head. Why is Sarasi not getting up, though? Sarasi's still down. I don't know what Jaquan did to Sarasi to freaking... Oh, wait, but... Oh, no! Jaquan finally having enough. Phoenix splashed off the second turnbuckle. Cage couldn't stop him that time. I wonder why Sarasi wasn't getting up there. Dead already, I suppose. My voice is probably going to break a whole lot during this stream. Rip in peace. I'm probably not going to ever be able to talk again after this is over. As now we get a triangle choke by Jaquan Shea, but Sarasi is quickly able to escape it. Making sure that Shea stays grounded. Sarasi, what he's cooking up here. We're about to find out. Boot to the side of the head, though. Shea now back to see. Going for those Kiwi crushers, I think. Escapes a waist lock. Stomps out the quad. Punch to the back of the head. Sarasi, though, able to duck it. Kick to the gut instead. Kicks out that back leg, and here come those Kiwi crushers. One way or another. Over and over again to the chest. And that final one right to the back of the head. Hooks the leg to Jaquan. 1, 2. Oh my God, did you hear that? Jaquan. Ooh, my voice is shot. But Jaquan lining up Sarasi. Looking for that Maza. Do the Kip Up Kings have it? Sarasi in deep trouble. Jaquan dragging him towards the center of the ring. 1, 2. No, Sarasi with enough left in to power out on his own. Tyson Cage, I don't know if he would have been able to break that up in time. A lot of people feel the same way, Dino. Randy Borton, no doubt the fan favorite to win that Elimination Chamber later on tonight. Got the most votes in that poll on our website a couple of weeks back. Of course, he has the most experience. He'll be entering his 4th Elimination Chamber tonight as Jaquan makes the tag out to Jamari. Jamari? Sarasi with a front headlock. Sarasi has taken a lot of damage thus far. Let's hope he doesn't try to pull what he did a couple of weeks ago when he refused to tag in Tyson Cage during their Fusion Tag Team title shot against Desolation. Ended up costing themselves the victory. Ooh, monkey flip by J-Dub. Sends Sarasi flying overhead. Goes for a springboard leg drop, though. Saw it coming, did Sarasi. Now he gets off an elbow to the top of the head. We know how resilient Jamari Williams can be. Even though he went 0-7 in the Cyborg Invitational, he put up consistent 5-star matches. As Sarasi with a double knee gutbuster. Something new from the Masked Man here. Basement drop kick to follow it up. As we kick off Purgatory, will it be the bickering duo getting back to their winning ways? Only a 1 count. Sarasi missing that soccer ball kick attempt. Jamari going to try to capitalize. I think Sarasi had a shot for a face buster. If he did, he's in big trouble. Some more Kiwi crushers coming from the originator of that maneuver. Bam! Another shot to the side of the head to Kip Up Kings in firm control. Perhaps not. Sarasi no-selling as he gets off a knee to the chest. Oh, now the Masked Man lining up J-Dub, the master of the face busters, through the full Nelson. 1, 2. I was about to say, Jaquan busy trying to talk Sarasi out of releasing the pin instead of stopping. I don't know where Tyson was there. Tyson maybe refusing to get in and break things up. I didn't see any sign of him. Jamari, though, certainly dazed as Sarasi going to show off his moonwalking skills. Going to pull off that hangnail right there. Oh, the Masked Man trying to keep himself in the driver's seat. Beautiful backflip. Jamari running chest first into the turnbuckles and a nice elbow to the chest. And Sarasi backs into the corner. Something new again from Sarasi here, debuting a whole lot of new maneuvers in his arsenal as we get a bit of black magic this time. Holy shit. Sarasi could have this match won, folks. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Yo, what up, Suntan? You're not that late. This is the first matchup of the night. We're certainly towards the end of it, though. You can feel it. It's been very back and forth throughout. Well, I'd say that Kip Up Kings were in control. Oh, spear! 1-hit wonder by Jamari. 1. Oh, but Tyson Cage makes the save. Out of nowhere there from Williams. What up, Tomcat? I was going to say, though, early on it was dominantly in the corner of Kip Up Kings, but now it seems the bickering duo, besides that spear there by Williams, it's been largely in their corner. A sweep by Williams. Jaquan busy taunting the fans here live in attendance there. Turns around to get the tag. Jamari no doubt hurting from black magic and that face buster. Jawbreaker by Sarasi. Gonna go for reverse STO. Sarasi needs to make a tag, man. He's making that very same mistake that he did earlier this month in the tag team title match, not counting on his partner as Jaquan off the top. 450 splash done to perfection by Shea. You can't say that the Kip Up Kings aren't exciting as we get another batch of Kiwi Crushers from Jaquan. He does a lot more than Jamari does. Jamari only does like 2 kicks. Jaquan just fucking unleashes. Sarasi, though, still going. You see Jamari, he might be done for. Barely able to hang on to the apron. Needed to use the ropes as a neck breaker pulled off nicely by Sarasi there. Jaquan brought up to his feet, though, knee to the chest. The masked man down. Jaquan trying to figure out what he wants to do next, wasting too much time thinking. Boot to the top of the head. Fireman's carry. Gonna take Sarasi overhead. Jaquan shooting in, looking to finish things front headlock. Knee to the face, gonna bust Sarasi. Wide open, goes for a kick. Fails, though. Forearm smash instead. Oh, watch out, Tyson Cage. Sarasi plummeting down to the outside of the ring as Cage and Jaquan exchanging verbal blows now. Jaquan going to retrieve Sarasi. Oh, taunting. And here comes Tyson Cage. Bad move, Jaquan. Cage gonna make him pay for it with a seatbelt suplex, helping out his partner. Tyson Cage asking Sarasi, man, why aren't you tagging me in? You gotta tag me in. They gotta get on the same page if they want to be victorious, if they want to punch their ticket to ascendance. Tyson Cage again coming over to help out Sarasi. That time he broke up his front headlock, though. Oh, here comes Shea. Caught up in a sidewinder suplex. Tyson giving Sarasi some time to recuperate in the ring. Jaquan now brought up to his feet. I think we're at kind of 7 right now. Tyson Cage making sure things don't end via count out. Putting Jaquan in the ring. Right in position for Sarasi, who beckons him. Jaquan shoots in. Counters a scoop slam, though. Does the masked man. And now his scoop slam is countered. Shea with a stomp to the quad. Gonna go for some more Kiwi Crushers, perhaps just a kick to the thigh. Either way, it's countered. Sarasi gonna drag him out towards the middle of the ring. Back suplex, keeping it simple, but dealing some big damage. As Sarasi now! Sarasi! Lining Jaquan up! Bull Nelson facebuster! Do the big ring duo have it? 1, 2... No! Jaquan kicking out of his own accord. And now Jamari trying to help out his partner with a German suplex. What a bateman. Nicer arena indeed, as always. Beautifully done by the one and only Topper Sarasi. Maybe going to go for a desperation pin attempt here. He didn't get it the first time. So yeah, Hellish, maybe you can join back later. I'm sure this pay-per-view will go on for a good while with 15 matches. Sarasi! Back suplex facebuster! 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! Jaquan showing that resilience. Let's not talk about that crack right there, okay? I'm sure there will be many more like it tonight. Sarasi finally going to make a tag. Yes, he does. And here comes Tyson Cage, nice and fresh. And what do we got here? Some teamwork. Oh, forearm smash. Put Jaquan down on his ass. 1, 2, 3. The bickering duo get the win. Defeating Kip Up Kings by using teamwork. That corner trap forearm smash and the bickering duo are victorious, ladies and gentlemen. Sarasi swallowing his pride there towards the end, tagging in Tyson Cage, and they use teamwork to win this matchup. No, the Elimination Chamber is not the main event. It is later on in the card, the second leg, if you will. The main event is for the Alpha World Championship. Bob Luger challenges Ryan Kemp to see who goes into Ascendance to defend the belt against whoever wins that chamber. Here's the finish of things, guys. Sarasi finally making a tag, and look at this. A charging forearm smash, knocks Shaquan clean out. He just went limp. He was like, bye, fam. Let me leave this earth real quick. And that allowed Tyson Cage to grab the 3 count. Jamari too tired to get in and make the save. Teamwork made the dream work. Oh my God, my voice, dude. I might as well just do that the entire night. That seems where it's heading. Tyson Cage, Sarasi victorious. The question is, can they keep up the teamwork? Can they stay on the same page? And who will walk out of Purgatory, the tag team champions, later on tonight? We'll find out when Bad Men Incorporated take on Desolation. The winner of that perhaps going to take on the bickering duo at Ascendance. BRB going to get a drink of my Rockstar, even though this arena is sponsored by Mountain Dew. I'm breaking the rules because I'm just a cool guy, you know. Alright. Yo, what up, Explicit? What up, Josh? What up, Crizzy? Welcome in. You miss out on the opening matchup. We are about to get into the bulk of the card. Indeed, still 14 matches left. Still 8 title matches to come. In fact, we're going to kick things off with our first. The light heavyweight title going to be on the line. Alright. Sit back and watch this intro. Creepy scary, ladies and gentlemen. Creepy scary. Sorry, working on something over here. In fact, hold on one moment. I'm going to BRB before we start this next match. Okay, let's get it on, folks. I had to go change my shirt. I did the same thing I did last time for the Fusion stream. I was in a rush. Everybody rushing me on the card. So I just grabbed some shirt out of my closet. It turned out to be one from like 10 years ago. I got to throw these away. So I stopped doing that. Alright. We started things off here at Purgatory by seeing the bickering duo get a victory over Kip Up Kings, finally utilizing teamwork. I think it's the first time we've ever seen Sir Austin and Tyson Gage actually use a tag team move. So quite a milestone they reached here tonight. It's uncomfortable. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first of 8 championship matches here tonight at the 2nd annual Purgatory. Going to see the light heavyweight championship on the line, as here comes the Brazilian-born, trombone-toting Rubik, who is fresh off not 1, not 2, but technically 3 victories these past 2 weeks over the outcast Brett Angel, most recently just a couple of days ago in that 2 out of 3 falls match. We saw Rubik get the first score. Brett Angel came back to tie things up, but then Rubik did it again. And actually it was a sign of respect from Angel post-match, who got into the ring and said Angel's the future, and that he's sure their paths will cross once again, before offering a handshake, which Rubik accepted. But now Rubik is here, live at Purgatory, ready to get his first taste of championship gold, and his CMV career decked out in that gold. Just needs the title to match now. As we wait the arrival of the champion now, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Hurt, who has held that title tonight, officially marks his 4th month with the strap, and of course is walking into Purgatory with the title after retaining it against the 500-pound Joey Bacon a couple of nights ago on Purgatory. I feel like my voice is going, man. It's getting worse already. Let's hope we can make it through. But like I said, Bryce defying all the odds. Of course, he issued that open challenge 2 weeks ago, remember? After retaining his title and retiring against El Jefe. Rip in peace, never forget the human fish. He was so confident he came out the week following issuing open challenge to anyone in the Genesis locker room, and Joey Bacon would be the man to answer. Obviously about 400 pounds too heavy for the title. But Dave Turner said, you challenged anyone in the locker room, Bryce. Joey Bacon was the first to answer, so Turner made the match official. But like I said, Bryce defying the odds to retain against the Baconator just a few days ago, though certainly Bacon left some bruises on old Hurt, which Rubik is going to look to take advantage of here in this one. Never forget Borton. Kidnapped by Colombians. And there's the champion standing proud. I'm honestly surprised he didn't bring Tito out here with him. Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. Oh, I thought he was in Colombia. Cuba, then. As the referee holds that title high above his head for all to see. Trying to save my voice as much as possible, man. I might have to get that golf commentary for the rest of the show like this. Only get excited when it really matters, as Bryce Hurt starts things off the same way he did against Joey Bacon, the exact same way, charging with a neckbreaker and then immediately locking in a Dragon Sleeper. Seems to be a new game plan for Bryce to start off his matches, but it didn't work against Bacon, didn't work against Rubik there either. And that clothesline flooring the Brazilian-born superstar. Now a reverse DDT to follow it up. I mean, I would gladly take some excitement here tonight. Maybe the next matchup we could have Mr. Excitement join us on commentary. I'm sure everybody would enjoy that. I could certainly use the aid. My voice will never be the same again. Rubik in control now. Oh, long road home by the trombone-toting one and only Rubik. As now he goes for a springboard moonsault, but Bryce Hurt moving out of the way. Lateral press now. Going to try to finish things off nice and early. Bryce has certainly gotten, when he first came into CMV, he already had the hate of the majority of the CMV universe, but he certainly gathered the rest of it, the ire of everyone, when he retired El Jefe. Rubik, of course, earning this championship opportunity just a month after he returned to CMV after an 8-month hiatus for defeating Brett Angel. Only the first time. Of course, he did it again just a couple of days ago in the main event. What a matchup that was. If you missed it, I certainly recommend going and checking out that 2 out of 3 falls match as Bryce dropping a senton. Question is, can Rubik use that huge haul of momentum to get past Hurt here tonight? That backslide driver by the light heavyweight champion, kicking out the knee. Bryce grabbing at it, distracts him for the moment, and Rubik able to pull off a small package through the tilt-a-whirl. That doesn't lock in the pin, kind of pointless. Jawbreaker gets Hurt right back up onto his feet, creates some distance. Neckbreaker again. Bryce really beginning to love his neckbreakers. Oh, Bryce. Don't know what he was looking for there. Perhaps a Hurt Locker, one of the many variations he has in his arsenal. Rubik, though, no doubt has game planned here, has watched the tapes. Rubik's not dumb as he gets off a Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh, a mid-maneuver. Bryce able to backflip out of it, showing his agility. Bryce Hurt is not one of those, flipping every which way, diving, high-flying type light heavyweights. He's a great technician and brawler. Though from time to time he can surprise us with maneuvers like that. Certainly just got his face crushed as Rubik goes to the top rope. Ooh, I thought he might have been going for that red arrow. And that claptastic finish, but Bryce moved out of the way of a moonsault. And now lining up Rubik. Gonna catch him with the maneuver that he used to defeat El Jefe, that he used to defeat Joey Bacon. 9-inch nails. Will that be enough? Into the pin as fast as he can. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! Rubik able to power out at the very last millisecond there. Now a stomp down onto the arm. Bryce Hurt a bit baffled that was enough to get the job done. It was enough to defeat Bacon just a few days ago, as now he locks in my all-time favorite submission maneuver. Trapping the arm beneath the leg there as he wrenches away at the jaw, throwing him over with a snapmare, though. Now from behind. Oh, down onto the knee with a reverse DDT as Rubik using the power of positivity that's being supplied to him from the CMV universe here tonight. Oh, double slaps to the chest, drop kick. Rebounds off the ropes. Did he botch it? Wait, did that fully get pulled off? I guess so. Now he backs into the corner. Brett Angel was able to counter this nearly every single time. Will Bryce be the same? No, perfect 10. Into the pin. Was that a rope break? 1, 2. Oh, John Cone does not call the rope break. Bryce Hurt powering out on his own nonetheless, though, as Rubik now backs into the corner. Oh no, we're gonna pan into the CM Universe. Bad move. Bryce beginning to stir on one knee. What's up, Batman? Welcome in to Purgatory as Rubik looking for another aim. Dropping Bryce right down onto his head. 1, 2, 3. No! So close. Oh my goodness. Bryce hurt. A mere millisecond away from losing his championship. Rubik a mere millisecond away from capturing the gold. Yeah, the backstep though. Rubik don't give no shits as Bryce now realizing he's in a desperate way. Lining up Rubik off the second turnbuckle. Blockbuster! Done to absolute perfection there as Rubik now grabbed by his long hair. Oh, pulls him down to the canvas. Does Bryce? Hurt Locker cinched in. Hurt Locker cinched in. Will Rubik be forced to submit? Will Bryce Hurt walk into ascendance as the light heavyweight champion? Or can the Brazilian-born superstar survive? Can he escape? Yes, he does. Rubik not giving up. Like I said, Rubik. Oh, Rubik gonna try to steal it. Schoolboy. 1, 2. Oh my God, and he very nearly does. Rubik has the support of the fans here in this one. Discus forearm smash attempted. Rubik able to move out of the way though. Ooh, and again down onto the knee with that reverse DDT as Rubik gonna go to the top rope. Maybe gonna try for that red arrow. No, changed his mind. Not gonna risk it. No, to the apron now. Gonna take a different kind of risk. Oh, damn, that was very quick. You blinked and missed it. That springboard senton right there. Oh, Bryce Hurt hit this earlier on in the match, the 9-inch nail. It was nearly enough to get the job done. Most definitely a second taste will secure him the victory. 9-inch nail. Busting Rubik wide open. Bryce Hurt making sure there ain't no rope breaks. Lateral press, confident that that was enough. But no, Rubik. Again. Surviving the 9-inch nail, but here comes Bryce Hurt, changing up his offense a bit, now locking in the Dragon Sleeper. He's got his bicep. He should have it wrapped around the throat, instead has it wrapped around the face, which I guess is gonna hurt too, just squeezing on the fucking head. Oh, but a couple of knees by Rubik square to the face, gonna separate the two. Rubik has another chance to battle back in this one and capture the gold. Bryce Hurt ain't making it easy for him though, folks. Now busted wide open, bleeding from the forehead. The trombone-toting Brazilian-born Rubik shoots in. No, again, counters the Blue Thunder Bomb, does Bryce, but right into his snapmare he walks. Rubik not having a whole lot of luck with that Blue Thunder Bomb tonight. Countered twice now by Hurt. Grabbing at the arm, Rubik concocting some sort of terrible move here as he stomps right on the arm. That's going to take out the Hurt Locker. If Rubik continues to target the arm, Bryce will not be able to cinch in any submissions, let alone his signature maneuver, which he has used to tap out many men. Back to his feet. European uppercut by Bryce Hurt, front headlock, taking Rubik for a walk. Oh, Bryce! We've seen him pull this out from time to time, only when he gets desperate. Watch out, Cone! No, Rubik! Rubik counters the baseball slide with a punch right to the jaw. That would knock out any normal man. And now Rubik, oh, right to the face goes, oh, right to the knee rather, should I say, goes Bryce's face. Oh, Rubik, 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 Rubik! Up top! Is he gonna go for it? Yes! Claptastic! Claptastic! 1, 2, 3! Rubik is the new light heavyweight champion! Oh, I'm dancing, folks! Rubik does it! We have a new champion! Rubik with the claptastic secures himself the win and the championship. Bryce Hurt sees his reign coming to an end, I'm sure, wherever El Jefe is right now. He's smiling, watching this with his son. I'm sure. I'm sure Joey Bacon in the back probably filling his face, to be honest. But if he is watching, He no doubt has a grin on his face as well. Rubik, the new CMV light heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen. The Brazilian-born trombone. We're not going to get some trombone playing, unfortunately. Too busy celebrating this monumental moment in his career. Alves coming in just in time to witness the celebration. What a match, though. Killed my voice. We still got 13 matches to go. For that rock star. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Tim. I think I'm going to take it down this match, just do some golf commentary. This is episode 344, so 341 would be when Xander and Ziegler fought earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion. And we know that Xander Slate is actually heading into this title defense up next with minor concussion after that run-in with Ziegler on Fusion. A 25-minute long match, absolutely 5 stars, no doubt about that. The two men who fought exactly 1 year ago today at Purgatory, Ziegler and Slate, they tore the roof off Madison Square Garden, man. But unfortunately, Xander took the loss and an injury, and bringing them along with him into this defense here, defense of the CMV United States Championship, since capturing it back at Homecoming. He's going to be defending it against the man who plays second in the Cyborg Invitational, in the Masked Man of Mayhem, Salvi. Look at all these true Xander fans. Where are you at, Cop? Huh? Where are you? I don't see any Xander Slate for the win posts from Cop. Says he's Xander's biggest fan. Here we go, folks. Salvi, who actually lost very well, may have had a chance to place first. He very well could be the one challenging Chris Andrews here tonight for the undisputed title. But it's actually thanks to Xander Slate, who brutally took out D'Angelo Prince at the top of the month, forcing him to forfeit and give Travis King the point that he needed to place in first over Salvi. And that, of course, was in retaliation to Salvi attacking Xander Slate at Absolution and costing him his Royal Rumble spot. We know how Xander feels about people stealing opportunities to win back what he still calls his undisputed championship. Yeah, my voice is really bad. really, really bad. It's definitely the worst it has ever been. Water? Who do you think I am? I got my rock star energy on display here. he comes, ladies and gentlemen, the face of America, the OG Dirty Heel Season 1 veteran, the United States champion, Xander Slate, nursing that minor concussion, but Salvi coming into this with a pretty dominant loss, if you remember, to Arthur Rose a couple of weeks ago. I've never seen Salvi dominated the way that he was at the hands of Rose. I think that Slate has most definitely gotten into his head. A dominant loss, like he was dominated and lost. What else would you call it? A debilitating loss, I guess. He got dominated by Arthur Rose. As there you see one of the most prestigious belts in all of CMV on the line, the challenger, the man who placed second in the 3rd annual Cyborg Invitational. Salvi, no doubt, gonna give it his all to try to capture his first taste of gold, but like I said, if it weren't for Xander Slate, tonight could very well be a different event. It could be Salvi later on challenging Chris Andrews. It could be Travis King in Salvi's boots right now as the face of America stares across from him, mean mugging. Xander Slate has fought the biggest and best that CMV's had to offer. This is his first defense of the United States Championship since winning it off of Schmitty back at Homecoming. John Cone hoisting the belt up high for all to see here, live in attendance in the millions, watching around the world. The 2nd annual Purgatory, 4 weeks away from Ascendance 5. Who is going to walk into the Showcase of Mortals as the United States Champion? We know that Sean Kent is awaiting the winner of this matchup. Shortly, he's in the back, not only prepping his brother Ryan Kent for his main event Alpha World title defense here tonight, but also watching this matchup intently. After defeating his own tag team partner Azrael a couple weeks ago, he has been gifted a United States title opportunity against the winner of this. Both these men have to stay focused, though, as Salvi rises to his feet with a jawbreaker. The masked man of mayhem. Like I said, when he lost to Arthur Rose a couple of weeks ago, his dominant loss, it's like nothing I've ever seen in a Salvi before. Usually he's the one kicking ass and taking names and dominating. But I think that Xander has gotten into the masked man of mayhem's head, if that's even possible. Giving him a slight advantage heading into this one. As Salvi battles get to his feet. Right back down to the canvas he goes, though, as Xander plants him with a back suplex side slam. Whew. Kick to the gut. Planted with a DDT. Oh, my God. I need your help, Chrissy. I need Mr. Excitement to carry me through. Short arm clothesline by Xander Slate. Kick to the side of the head. Xander in his beautiful new Face of America attires. There's those dirty heel tactics coming into play. They're raking down the back. Xander will use whatever he has to, do whatever he has to, break the rules in order to retain his championship here tonight. We know he's a former 2-time World Heavyweight Champion. All season long, he's been on the hunt to reclaim that title. And first Schmitty stole the opportunity away from him, and then Salvi back at Absolution by attacking him, taking him out of the Royal Rumble, which Xander stated he was going to win. Single knee gutbuster now by Slate, or to Slate, I should say, and a kick to the chest to follow through. Yeah, Xander is concussed. He has a minor concussion after that hellacious matchup against Jacob Ziegler earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, live from Madison Square Garden. They absolutely, man, lit that place on fire. But Xander might have cost himself in the process as we get a Hollywood Combined submission hold. Of course, Salvi wants to be on the lookout for that Slate by Slate submission hold that Xander has used on many occasions to win his matches. Big old DDT gonna strike. Dropping Xander right on his head and double drop to the lower spine. Oh, Salvi going for something there. Maybe a scoop slam. I don't know. Countered by Slate into a back suplex. Bringing Salvi up onto a vertical base now. Xander, what's he got in store? We're not going to find out. Arm drag by the masked man of Mayhem. Cheeky little jab puts Xander up against the ropes. Salvi put him in a guillotine position and just choking him out. Salvi not afraid to bend the rules in his favor either, as he drops an elbow down onto the chest. Looks like a... Oh, pile driver! Good God! That was vicious. And a rake of the eyes to follow it through. Punch to the back of the head. Salvi putting Slate up onto the shoulder. Psycho driver. Xander busted wide open. His cut reopened that he received from Ziggler earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion. As now Salvi looking to become the United States champion. Tombstone pile driver. Xander in big trouble. That concussion about to come back to bite him. 1, 2, no! The OG dirty heel. Not known for his heart, but certainly known for his will to continue to not die. As he kicks out there, we nearly got a new champion, two in a row. Oh, and now Xander looking to change the tides of his fortune. Oh, if he got that submission locked in, Salvi knew that he would have had to tap out. Able to reverse though, clutch up big time. And now Xander is in serious trouble as Salvi's the one to lock in his submission. Half camel clutch, looking to make Xander tap. Ascendance is 4 weeks away. It's on the horizon. The winner of this will walk into that event with the strap. It's not just the title on the line, it's the opportunity to appear at the Showcase of Immortals as Xander makes sure his moneymaker is intact. Oh, I thought he was about to low blow him. Changed his mind, though, and goes for a shoulder thrust right into the steel post and now rake in the face. John Cohen should have get in there to break that up. Xander rebounding. Boom, right to the side of the head. God damn, that face wash combination right there getting the job done. And Xander ain't through either. Going for the jumping cutter. But Salvi able to fling him off, dropping down to one knee. Xander's gasping on empty into the corner, sidesteps to Xander, playing possum, kick to the gut, trips him up. Then Salvi back and forth. It goes for tat, but it might be over. Lion Tamer cinched in. Will Xander be forced to submit again? Knee to the back of the head, wrenching on the spine. Does Salvi have this match won? Do we have a United States champion? No, Xander able to counter. He knows every counter to every hold. Punch to the back of the head. Salvi! Salvi! Going for it again with Xander! Xander counters into a tombstone of his own. Clutching up like a fucking G as he slicks that hair back. Rolling neck snap. Gets himself the driver's seat. Xander in the corner like it ain't no thing but a chicken wing play, you feel me? I'm just going to continuously mock and taunt Salvi here. This isn't smart, but who am I to tell Xander what to do? Back elbow by Salvi. Xander lures him in. Fireman carry going to take him overhead. Oh, Xander woozy though. That concussion beginning to show itself as now they get a crossface. That should be a rope break, and it is. John Cone calls it. I thought he wasn't about to. We're going to get a screw job there. Remember back to CMV Live when Hayden won the world title from Xander. Screw job then. About to get a screw job now. But luckily, John Cone a little bit smarter. He saw it out the corner of his eye. Oh, and now Slate gonna give it another go. Salvi was able to counter. Oh no, Slate with the clean Slate, changing it up into the pin. Will that be enough to retain? 1, 2, 3, it will, and Xander is still the United States champion. Clean slate seals the deal, and Xander Slate is heading to ascendance as the United States champion. Wasn't easy though. That concussion is going to follow him into the grandest stage of them all unless he rests up. But one way or another, Xander Slate is still the face of America despite a valiant effort by Salvi. As we get a tweet, ladies and gentlemen, for the next matchup of the evening, Assassin Hastings, Harvey Hastings says, "Purgatory is where dreams die, Rose, and I will be the killer." Oh, snap, ladies and gentlemen. We just got a guest joining us here at the commentary booth. Well, very much needed for your boy tonight dying. But it seems as though we're going to have Mr. Excitement joining us for a while here.
Hi, everybody. I am so thrilled here right now. Just listen to my voice and just the excitement just pouring out of my vocal cords. I would not want to be anywhere else but right here next to this guy who is always sick, and he's going to spread his illness to me, as usual. That's why you don't hear me often, because every time I want to come out, be a main co-commentator, this guy just gives me some kind of sickness. I had mono for like 2 months straight because he sneezed in my face.
Wait a second. Before we get this next match started, we have a tweet, ladies and gentlemen, from Oliver Smith, who says, "There can only be one greater new guy, so only one of you can step up to Ascendance as a worthy challenger." And we know that the winner of this matchup will be facing Oliver Smith in his retirement match in 4 weeks' time at Ascendance. Oliver Smith obviously watching from the back, awaiting to see, as he said himself, who is worthy enough to step up and challenge him, to send him packing, to bring his career to an end. Win or lose.
See, this guy has no idea. He's wearing a gas mask. I should have bought one too.
I don't know if I'll make it.
He's not going to wrestle in this.
Well, hopefully he takes it off. Oh, look, wait a minute, the lean. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about pulling out the lean right there?
Often imitated, but never duplicated, as they say.
Harvey Hastings has been on not such a great run as of late. This entire past month he has been without a victory. It all started when, he started at the top of the month actually, post-Absolution. He he got a huge win, being still to date the only man to defeat Travis King one-on-one. But from there on out, the next week we saw a rematch between the two where Travis King absolutely obliterated Harvey Hastings, gave him a concussion. He was bleeding so bad, and ever since then, Harvey has been real off during his matches, but he refuses to take any sort of break, and I think it's going to catch up to him and cost him here tonight, as Arthur Rose, on the other hand, is coming to this on fire. Like I said during the last match, he dominated Salvi a couple of weeks ago. I don't even think Salvi got a single hit in. Arthur Rose completely demolished him as the Unique One makes his way to the ring.
Do you think this headgear he's wearing provides him any kind of competitive advantage?
Well, I don't think he's going to wear it during the match, the same as you see Harvey there took off his gas mask.
Yeah, I'm wearing that mask right now, actually.
It's probably a good idea. I think I have goblin disease.
You're supposed to coat yourself with snail slime so that it absorbs all the toxins.
Alright, folks. Here we go. Our next matchup of the evening, keeping the action rolling. We still got 6 title matches to come here tonight. The Elimination Chamber awaiting us, the 13th in CMV's history, this side of CMV at least. As we see 6 of Genesis's best compete inside the Devil's Domain for an opportunity to go to Ascendance and challenge for the Alpha World title, who will be the Alpha World Champion come the grandest stage of them all, though we found out in our main event when Bob Luger challenges Brian Kent, as he saw Arthur Rose push Harvey into the corner there and take a cheap shot at the start of this one. Brought to you by Mountain Dew, even though I'm drinking a Rockstar over here. Gotta get paid, fam.
Mountain Dew is what got you sick in the first place. Is that what we want to promote to these people?
Drinking way too much Mountain Dew. That's why I switched to Rockstar. I don't think that's much better. Maybe we gotta start with some nice waters here. Brought to you by water. It's good, because poor people don't have it. Is that a good slogan? Should I stick with that one?
It's a work in progress. I'm sure we can clean it up behind the scenes. Make it sound
Arthur
pretty.
Rose. Oh, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you guys can see it from the camera's viewpoint here, the hard camera catching the action, but Oliver Smith himself has just walked over here and is silently sitting away from the announce table. Just grabbed himself a steel chair and planted it. Obviously wants to get close up here to see who is going to be the one worthy enough to challenge him at Ascendance in 4 weeks' time. He hasn't said anything to any of us, though. He's just sitting watching the action.
Well, can you blame him for not sitting near us? He wants to be in Ascendance at his top physical game. He can't go in there with like the flu or whatever you're spread into the locker room.
Well, we certainly saw that he's in probably the greatest condition he's been in a while. That win over Shane Scott a couple of weeks ago, they absolutely put on a clinic, and Rose came out, Victoria Rose, I should say, Oliver came out victorious in it. Will he bring that same A game to Ascendance, though, against either one of these men? As early on, Arthur Rose is dominating Harvey Hastings there. You saw he just not backflip, but jumped out of that scoop slam attempt and hit him with an Enzu lariat. As Rose taking some time to taunt, he knows that he's got the advantage here in this one, as Harvey is still suffering from that concussion. Same as Xander. We saw Xander able to defy it, though, and still walk out victorious. Can the Assassin do the same? As we get a little, like a back suplex down to the arm there, kinda. Oh, let's get off an Enziguri from Harvey Hastings to get himself a second chance to come back in this matchup. Off the ropes, rocket kick by Arthur Rose. Damn, shoving his boot right down the throat of Harvey Hastings there.
Arthur Rose is something special, isn't he? He's just setting up Harvey Hastings for yet another dominant loss, as you say.
Well, Arthur Rose, there's a reason that we call him the Unique One. He, most definitely, since coming to CMV 2 months ago, has showcased his unusual way of going about things. Lately, he's been carrying around that old mirror with him, saying that there's some sort of entity or personality trapped inside that is trying to connect with him. I don't try to understand what's going through Arthur Rose's mind. I don't even want to attempt. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah! I gotta get that out. I still good the Yaggins guys. As Arthur Rose continues to be dominant in this matchup, you think Harvey Hastings going to take a dominant loss here, Mr. Excitement? Is that what it's looking like so far? I mean, Arthur is absolutely just look at this! Look at this pin right here by Arthur. drops the knee to the chest, puts his hand behind his back, and points at the ref to count it. Absolutely cocky right now. I mean, with good reason. Like I said, he's been absolutely beating the shit out of Hastings thus far.
I don't know. Maybe he's pointing at Oliver Smith.
Oh, that's true. He could be. We know he's sitting right there. I tempted to poke him on the shoulder and say, "Hey, I want to join us on commentary," and he like looked at me and kind of hissed. I don't know. I don't want to try it again. He's an old gritty competitor. He just wants to watch in silence, study his possible opponents here. Can't count Harvey Hastings out though. Go on.
See the way Arthur just ran the ropes for a reason. That's the kind of thing you do when you know you're in control. When you know that you have the match in the palm of your hands.
Oh, wait a minute. Harvey Hastings looking to take a big risk, perhaps a last-ditch effort late into this matchup. Oh! I don't know what he went for there. He kind of hit Arthur in the face with his thigh. Hooks the leg, though. Desperation pinfall attempt, no doubt about it. Only produces a 2 count, though. Like I said, a spot at Ascendance is on the line here. Not every single superstar is going to get to be featured in, a big matchup on the grandest stage of them all. We try to get every superstar involved. Got the Slick B Invitational, which, a lot of superstars, 20 guys going to be in if they don't get other matches. But this is a chance to be on the main card, to have a one-on-one match and be featured like that. But wait a minute! Headshot by Hastings! Oh, and now Hastings to the top rope. Oh, we could get this big comeback win right here. God. The assassin to the top. Oh, but just as he tries to pull off the shooting star, Arthur begins to stir. And now Harvey falls back into the corner.
All the damage he's taken.
Yeah, you can see it right there as he was slumped in the corner, almost acting as if he was defeated, not physically, but emotionally here, just drained already. Like I mentioned, as they were making their entrances, Harvey should have taken the past couple of weeks off to heal that concussion, but he just refused, kept competing and competing. Even at live events, he was competing. Just wanted to get those wins. Instead, though, he's been just continuously adding losses to his record, which are not helping him here. Oh, and now look at this.
Too strong, hard.
Arthur is really targeting the legs in this matchup as he snaps the knee. Maybe going to try for some sort of submission. Look at Harvey with the athleticism, though, out of nowhere. And now to the top again. Can he get it this time? Perfect position. Can he make the gap? Shooting star press connects. Whoa! Does Harvey have it? Does Harvey have it? Into the pin to go to Ascendance. 1, 2, 3. Harvey gets the win. What a comeback! Holy camole!
I can't believe he doubted him all this time. See, I knew he would do it. He just doubted and doubted, brought up his concussion. You think he was thinking about a concussion in the ring? No, he was thinking about
you once during that match
Rose.
say that you were pulling for Harvey.
You can't hear anyone. Don't be coughing.
I didn't even cough.
You would think so, wouldn't you?
I shove this rock star.
Oliver Smith knows you're coughing.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Harvey Hastings reverses his fortune and now has a ticket punched to Ascendance to go one-on-one with Oliver Smith in his retirement match. Win or lose on the grandest stage of them all, Oliver Smith is packing his bags and leaving the wrestling world, but no doubt the assassin proving that, that shot though through the turnbuckle, proving that he is not to be taken lightly. I mean, I do gotta say, I did think he was defeated there for sure. Arthur was dominating. That was a surprise comeback victory, if I've ever seen one.
I never doubted for a second.
See you, Dean. Thanks for popping in.
You have to wonder, do you think Hastings will finally take time off to prepare himself for that big match? Oliver Smith, you saw Arthur well, cocky and confident. Oliver Smith, this is his last match. He's going to want to go out with a bang. He's not going to things any.
Yeah, well, like I said, during Oliver, we saw him, and what I would say is the best I've ever seen him as a part of CMV. At least, he's only been in CMV for not even a debut. Debuted after last year's Ascendance, if I remember correctly. So he's been here almost a year, but in that time, he hasn't done. Touched on a couple weeks ago, he hasn't done anything spectacular in CMV. He's had great matches, but he hasn't won any titles. He hasn't had any like big. I think he's only even had like one or two pay-per-view matches, even, but most definitely he's in great condition. He's been training. Like I said, Winter's retiring, but performance from Harvey. Both men better be ready, and both men better not take each other. It's going to be a good match, no doubt about it. As we get set for our third championship match of the evening. And our first of two tag team title belts going to be on the line. Of course, later on we'll see the United Kingdom, who won that World Tag Team Title Tournament, challenge Nick Blake and Zach Cage, who have been on a tear. But right now we're going to Drew Briggs, who placed third in the Cyborg Invitational, and because of that got himself a tag team title opportunity. This past month he's been scouting out multiple different superstars. They're obviously doing his homework. Didn't just rush and pick out some random guy. Andrew Briggs wanted to make sure he was picking a good tag team partner, and he finally narrowed it down to Matt Devious and Ben. Fought earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion for the opportunity to be Briggs' partner here tonight. Devious was victorious, and now these two coming together. You're not a big Bannon fan?
I loved him. Then he just gave up on life.
I mean, it was a great matchup. Both men put in the effort, but Devious continued his. Now he's on an 11-match singles win streak. Past 11 matches, 11 singles matches, he has been victorious. Whereas I touched on it earlier this week, he's had 3 tag team matches in his career, which is only 3 months he's been around. But those 3 tag team matches he has lost, so he's not exactly a tag team specialist. So Briggs, I don't know exactly what he sees in Devious to choose him as a tag team partner, but I guess we're going to find out here tonight if what they're calling themselves Bad Men Incorporated. I was told earlier tonight. Briggs pulled me aside. His fucking phone sliding all over the place.
That's why I keep my phone in my pocket when I'm commentating.
Yeah, welcome back, Dynamic. Our fifth? I think fifth. Yeah, fifth matchup of the evening. Set to get underway here at the second annual Purgatory, the stop to Ascendance. After this, we still got 5 championship matches to go, as well as the Elimination Chamber and a whole lot more. As here comes Andrew Briggs, a former 2-time light heavyweight champion and a tag team specialist. Started off his CMV career in a tag team called the Misfits alongside his brother Duke. Tonight, though, he teams up with Matt Devious. Devious' first championship opportunity in his CMV career. Andrew Briggs putting a lot of pressure on Devious' shoulders here. In fact, this is Devious' pay-per-view debut as well. Last year's Ascendance, Briggs went into the event as light heavyweight champion. Will he go into this year's Ascendance as the tag team champion?
I mean, for a first-time tag team, this is not the team you want to challenge for the titles at all.
Explain. What do you mean by that?
What I mean by that, do you not see the kind of beast Desolation is?
I mean, we've seen numerous times. We don't have to imagine what kind of beast they are. Of course, they're the left and right hand of co-general manager Schmitty, and he has sicked them on more than one occasion on his opponents. They've been champions for 3 months now. Most recently, they defended the titles against the Bickering Duo. That was earlier this month. That was their first defense, actually. This being their second. Mountainous Men, Bludgeon and Trauma. Bludgeon, a former Anarchy champion, too. They're certainly different kind. I wouldn't even call them men, to be honest. They're just beasts. But perhaps... But a beast can be slain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. These are He's cut from a different cloth. I don't like you take a team like this that they've never tagged before, no chemistry on such a big stage with so much on the line. I think that's too much pressure for them to overcome.
That's
Just
true.
before the bell even rings.
Yeah, they got no chemistry, and like I said, this is Devious's first pay-per-view, his first championship match. Even if he doesn't show it, there's got to be butterflies in his stomach. He's got to be a bit nervous, especially when they're going to be stepping in the ring against these two men. Bludgeon, Trauma, the left and right hands. Oh, Schmitty, and look, I get goosebumps every single time these two come out here. The stuff that nightmares are made of.
Maybe it's just cold.
I could be. AC's on pretty high, pointing right at me. I'm a bit chill. You're true. You're true. You're true.
Take my
you are
soda.
true. Thank you. Are you sure you want to come into this close contact with me, though? You got that gas mask on. You'll be okay.
Any chance to be close to you.
I don't think my phone is going to last. It's on 69% already.
This entrance team really sets the mood.
Most definitely, the mood went from exciting to see Briggs and Devious as a tag team for the first time. They're not exactly fan favorites. Briggs and Devious aren't exactly superheroes, good guys, but whatever mood you're in. Look at the CMV universe though, swaying back and forth. Even though they're a part of lineage, even though they're the puppets, I don't want to insult them, but they are. That's what they are. They're the pawns of Schmitty. They still look at that. They have the CM universe like in trance, even though they're all waving the wrong way, not exactly doing the wave correctly.
Sometimes you gotta move to your own rhythm, you know? Do you?
Here we go. The Fusion Tag Team titles are on the line. As Mr. Excitement said, this is a first-time team-up between Andrew Briggs and Matt Devious. They certainly got the look on point. Got those matching gloves. But like I said earlier about Kip Up Kings, flashy attires ain't going to win you a match. It's all about skill. Devious, his first pay-per-view, his first title match. Briggs certainly isn't nervous. Briggs has been a CMV veteran at this point, been here nearly 2 years. He's been to Ascendance. Like I said, walking in last year as a light heavyweight champion, but that's what they got to get through. Mountainous duo. Trauma on the left there, Bludgeon on the right. Cut from another cloth, as my co-commentator here said, as Trauma just absolutely motionless. Bludgeon simply raising his arm up high as John Cone wearily approaches. Desolation takes the titles from him. Here we go, folks. Going to be Andrew Briggs and Bludgeon starting things off as Briggs running right into a belly-to-belly. Throws him right into the turnbuckles. That pretty much just explains how this match is going to go for the Bad Men Incorporated, as they're calling themselves. BMI, I suppose we can shorten it to. Briggs, though, he's a fighter through and through, no doubt about that. 2-time light heavyweight champion. And at least he brings, as I touched on, a bit of tag team expertise to this. As now we get an early tag to Trauma. Bludgeon set Briggs up. Little modified belly-to-belly type hip toss. And then Trauma follows through with a lifting power bomb. Matchup not starting the way that I'm sure Briggs was hoping for.
That early tag is a nice change of pace from that last match. Okay.
The last tag match or the last match between Rose and Hastings?
Oh, the last tag match. The current duo.
Yeah, starting off the...
Early tag
starting
seems
off
to be
the
there, Forte.
Oh. Starting off the show, we saw Kip Up Kings take on the bickering duo, and it was looking like Sarasi was going to pull exactly what he did against Desolation earlier this month and not tag in Tyson, but we saw, I'm pretty sure it is the first time we have ever seen the bickering duo hit a tag team maneuver together, and it won them the match. seems like they might finally be on the same page, but I know I'm going to say that, and tomorrow night they're going to be at each other's throats again. But I said during that matchup that very well they won that matchup in the pay-per-view. They could be #1 contenders. They could take on the winners of this matchup here at Ascendance. So I'm sure Sarasi and Cage, probably not in the same room, but are watching this matchup very closely. I mean, they nearly beat Desolation in that tag team title match. They came close a couple of times.
Well, maybe the second time will be the charm, as they say, somewhere out there. Sure, that's a thing, right?
Yeah, if they get on the same page like they did tonight. They finally, well, not finally, but they won. They got the victory together, not separately. They weren't ditching out on each other. Tyson Cage didn't hop off the apron. Sarasi wasn't being, a little bit of a thorn and not tagging in Cage. They worked together to get the job done. As Matt Devious is now the legal man, he is just going to Powerbomb City. Someone call up Bison real quick as Devious is getting absolutely mauled at the hands of, I believe that's Trauma.
Desolation has been in control of the match since the bell rang.
Yeah, absolute domination as we become accustomed to seeing from Desolation, as Devious now following that backbreaker put to the corner. And this matchup might be over before it even starts, folks. As a tag to Bludgeon, they call this M80. Look at that. Devious flung 10 feet up into the air, caught with a neckbreaker on the way down. Trauma going to try to stop Briggs from making the save. He does. Will this be it right here? No! Devious able to somehow survive and save Bad Men Incorporated from suffering a debilitating loss here, keeping their heads above water, as you can say, for now. But Devious got to do something big in order to turn the tides. Like Mr. Excitement said, Bludgeon and Trauma have been having their way since the bell rang, but it seems Devious is finally finding his way. Clothesline by the antagonist. Another clothesline. The villain gets going. A third clothesline. And Bludgeon kind of weary, looking around. Maybe a bit woozy as he backs in the corner. Oh, but Devious takes time taunting. And that's going to cost him. Runs right into an elbow. Bludgeon puts him in the corner. Tag to Trauma. And Bludgeon, oh, what is this? 2 300-pounders like a rocket thrown right into Devious. And then into a clothesline. God damn. Misses that kick, though. Devious showing that he's still alive. Still got something left in him. You know what else is so dangerous about Desolation? Not only are these two 300-pound hulking behemoths, these beasts that have done so much damage at the command of Shreddy, but they work so well together. They're like a well-oiled machine. Frequent tags, working the tag team maneuvers, double teaming. They know how to cut the ring off. As you can see, Devious there on the apron, absolutely exhausted, and this might be up to Briggs now.
It's almost not even fair that they exist. Like, maybe you can get past one of them, but 2 of them in the same match? That's asking too much.
And here's a tweet, ladies and gentlemen, from Harvey Hastings, targeted at Oliver Smith. And Harvey says, "Are you not entertained? See you at Ascendance." Harvey trying to get in Oliver Smith's head a little bit early here. He's going to tag to Bludgeon now. These leather chairs they supply us with are very uncomfortable. I wish I could have Cole Savage's Egyptian cotton leather one.
I can't believe you said that.
And I'm sure he's watching from the his personal skybox up there. His boys and Nick Blake and Zach Cage going to be defending their World Tag Team titles later on tonight. He's going to big power bomb from Bludgeon. Oh, and now Andrew Briggs, man, you can just see that. Oh my God! Just absolutely run over like a Mack truck. Briggs squashed like a bug. Oh no, we've seen this before from Desolation. These relentless stomps over and over and over again. And it remains legal because they make the tags in and out before the ref can get to a 5 count and disqualify them. And here's how they finish it off. 300 pounds, shot like a cannon. Double boot to the chest. You can see Bludgeon just mocking Andrew Briggs there as Trauma makes the pin. 1, 2. Oh, but only a 2 count. Devious showed his strength earlier on.
Nice moves. I appreciate the hip work.
Desolation can't dance, Gumball. You know what, Gumball, they can dance. Oh, Briggs! Shining Wizard! By Briggs! Oh, the clutch, Andrew! Oh, but that little spurt of offense, that little light shining through is snuffed out in a moment by Trauma.
That might be all he had left in the tank.
Yeah, last-ditch effort there, perhaps, by Briggs, as now his spine is snapped in two with that backbreaker by Trauma. Briggs, though, still showing his will to survive as he puts Trauma in the corner. Andrew Briggs! Briggs! Shining Wizard! Pulling him right in the clothesline! Oh my God! Are we gonna get another huge clutch win? 1, 2! Oh! Bludgeon makes the save. Devious too slow, and I don't blame him. He's taking a lot of damage, but Andrew Briggs ain't done. Looking to maintain his position in the driver's seat. Forearm smash. Forearm smash again. Ducking the clothesline. There's a Pele kick. Briggs is on fire. Very rare do we say that Trauma's woozy. Another Shining Wizard. Oh my God. Bad Men Incorporated on the verge of a huge upset here. On the verge of capturing championship gold. But Briggs caught with an Irish whip into the corner. Tag to Bludgeon. And just like that, M60 shot off by the tag team champions. Bludgeon into the pin.
Jeez.
Trauma makes sure Matt Devious doesn't make the save. No, but just a 2 count. Briggs again.
Poking with them.
Again showing his heart. His will to survive. On full display here at Purgatory. Matt Devious been taken out by Trauma. Andrew Briggs on his own right now. Game plan being executed to perfection by Desolation. Perhaps meeting more resistance than expected from Briggs and Devious here, though.
Folks, you hear my voice. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. Really much disrespect. Wow.
I think Bad Men Incorporated have certainly taken both me and Mr. Excitement by surprise here. We both said that they probably weren't going to do too well. They got the inexperience. Their first time. What? You said it yourself. This is the first time teaming. They're inexperienced. I don't have a whole lot of faith in them.
See, I'm going to say Andrew Briggs has had this team in his back so far. I want to see more from this Devious guy.
Oh, Devious! Punt kick by Devious! Out of the corner! Bludgeon's out like a light!
Huh.
Oh my God, do we have new tag team champions? Lateral press! 1, 2! Oh, just a 2 count. But Matt Devious is not done, folks. Devious is not done. Lining Bludgeon up. Springboard missile drop kick. He has Bludgeon right where he wants him. Put up into a seated position. Devious trying to keep up his assault. Doesn't want to give Bludgeon a second, a moment to cook up a game plan to fire back just like that right there. 300 pounds, flattening Matt Devious like a roadkill as he's put in the corner and Bludgeon cracking his neck almost as to say, you haven't done anything to me. A mere little, like a gnat buzzing around as Devious flying up once more, drop down with the M60. Briggs ain't gonna be no help. He's half dead on the apron. 1, 2, no! Devious again, surviving.
What?
He and Briggs, man, on a whole nother level here tonight. They got that A game showing. As Devious, overkill by Devious, and a kick to the spine to follow through. And we know, but he walks right into a military press, drops into a DDT.
No!
And we know that Devious. He has that devastating cross-arm chicken wing at his disposal, but instead backs into the corner once more after taunting. Punt kick. Do we have new champions? No. Oh, rope break. Oh, that is some unfortunate positioning. Or Bad Men Incorporated there.
Just got so cut up.
I didn't even see that
Had
rope
him right
break.
where he wanted. That's what happens when isolation is like a free time. Anyway.
Oh, now Trauma in the corner. Awaiting for Devious to rise to his feet for unleashing that meat hook clothesline. Taking his head off, setting it up into the cheap seats. Still resistance though by Bad Men Incorporated. They are giving Desolation one hell of a fight. Super kick by the antagonist now. As he goes for a lateral press. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Certainly a better fight than I gave either of them credit for. I'm not going to have to eat my words if we have new champions crowned here.
I knew this match would be so.
Trauma, the legal man. Devious. Oh, Devious made to look like a little boy as Trauma locks in this stretch muffler. And Devious just up in the air. Oh, Devious with the tap. Oh, Briggs, what a counter as Devious escaping the hold. Breaking free, Briggs with a spinning soul, distracting Trauma, allowing Devious to set him free. Devious now closing in. Irish whip, rebounds. Forearm smash, but Trauma sidesteps it back elbow, though Devious maintains control for now. As Bludgeon's got to get out of the ring, he's risking a disqualification here, which Desolation could use to retain their titles. They have the champion's advantage, but wait a minute, Devious in the corner, looking to pull the trigger. One of the chambers that gets off the knee to the side of the head. Bludgeon is rocked. Or rather, Bludgeon on the apron, forcing the watch as Trauma's the one rocked. But Trauma still gets off an elbow to the face. Distance created, Irish whip though, the antagonist put in the corner. And there's a tag to Bludgeon. And they're going to do the same thing they did earlier to Andrew Briggs. There's that assisted body splash and then whipped right into a clothesline.
Legend.
Oh, the big man rebounding off the ropes. Looks like a headbutt, I'm not too sure. Stomped down onto the spine. Bludgeon going for a lateral press. Perhaps Desolation getting desperate now. Like I touched on, I certainly don't think that Bludgeon and Trauma expected this level of, pushback from Bad Men Incorporated here. I think they thought the same that I did. This is an inexperienced team. They didn't expect much from them. You're the one that said they're inexperienced.
What? No. And I said the inexperience will work out in their favor because just like this Desolation might not be taking it.
What? When did you say that? I did not hear you say that.
In the beginning.
Wait a minute. Put it aside for a moment. Devious in the corner. He has the shot lined up, but he's not taking it. Oh, maybe Devious, the butterflies, perhaps getting to him. He's stunned, frozen in the corner. He doesn't know what to do, unmoving. As Bludgeon gets back to his feet. Devious charges. It's too late. It's too late. Here comes Trauma off the tag now. Oh, Bludgeon got to get his rope out the middle of the fucking leg caught up in the ropes there. Oh, what is this? Devious not pulling out that cross-face chicken wing, but instead going for what is this? Oh my goodness. Oh no, another Dragon Slipper. Holy shit. Can you say unique submission hold?
Wow.
Will this force the tap? Will this force the tap?
Anybody should stretch like that.
No, they should not, but before Trauma can submit, Bludgeon makes the save, and now we get teamwork from the tag team champions. No, Devious refusing, but he's focused on Bludgeon. Trauma's the legal man, remember. That Devious getting double teamed. Andrew Briggs not able to help him out on that ring apron, and Devious dropped down onto the single knee out of the military press. Might have cracked a rib or two. Devastating shoulder claw by one half of the Fusion Tag Team Champions. You can see Bludgeon very tired out there on the apron as well. Trauma putting him in the corner. Tag! And here we go for a 4th time. M60. Briggs coming to try to help out. Briggs in the ring. Where you going, Briggs? Trauma. 1, 2, 3. And Desolation retain the Fusion Tag Team titles.
I told you the inexperience would come back to bite them. They never tagged, not against this team, not on this kind of stage, and it cost them. I told you.
What a fight, ladies and gentlemen. Bad Men Incorporated, despite me flip-flopping by my co-commentator and Mr. Excitement, I said I didn't have a whole lot of faith in Briggs and Devious. They certainly proved me wrong, man. They took the fight to Desolation here, and they had that match won on numerous occasions. But Bludgeon and Trauma, their experience factor, their teamwork, and just their sheer brutality is what keeps those straps around their waist and sends them into ascendance. Still, the Fusion Tag Team Champions.
Who can beat this team? Look at all that Man Inc. went through in that match. The Desolations took it and still won. How do you beat these guys?
Yeah, like I said, like about halfway through the match, or really towards the end, you saw Bludgeon just stand in the middle of the ring and crack his neck like he's like nothing but a kink, nothing but a little gnat flying around. Fusion is certainly heating up in the tag team division, and with the bickering duos win earlier tonight, perhaps they are next in line. Desolation has had their number before. And like Mr. Excitement said, can anybody stop these two? Especially with Schmitty on their side. As if that's even needed for them.
What if they're the ones pulling the string and Schmitty's the puppet?
That would certainly be a turn of events there. Certainly be unexpected.
I mean, really, what would Schmitty do if Desolation said no to them?
That's true. What would Schmitty do? We know that they were originally here in CMV Johnny Sampson's bodyguards, but then Schmitty ended up stealing their contract out from under Sampson to get them in his own control. But I guess so long as they're paid, they're going to be loyal to Schmitty. But that is an interesting question. What if Bludgeon just said no? I don't think Schmitty would be able to do much about it. Not that we ever heard Bludgeon or Trauma speak before.
But you know, they can shake their head. Same thing. Can we talk about this match right now?
We can talk about it. What do you have to say about this match?
Why does Jay Davis have black facial hair?
Maybe he dyes it.
Is that what the kids are doing these
Maybe he
days?
likes to look. Perhaps. This next matchup, though, is Anarchy Rules. What up, Cheese Balls? Cincinnati. I don't think we're live. Are we live from Cincinnati? I don't think so. I think we're live from Texas here. I'm pretty sure is where Purgatory is originating from. As we get set for this next matchup of the Anarchy Rules. Indeed it is, as months of turmoil between these two men finally reaches its conclusion. Jay Davis and Elijah Stewart one-on-one. We haven't seen Davis in action since Absolution, where he was in the Royal Rumble match. This entire past month, he's been playing it smart, allowing his army, as he calls them, to deal with Elijah and his allies. We know he has Guri Suckinov, Devlin O'Brien, Ushio Takedo under his command, and he's just been unleashing them, continuously trying to hinder Elijah on the road to Purgatory, but Elijah has consistently just backed him up, defeated him, tossing him left and right, and finally now is going to have Davis in the ring. The question is, what kind of condition is he going to be in after going face first through the announce table just 2 days ago on Genesis in a brawl gone wrong for him against Jay? Here he comes, Jay Davis, decked out in his king-like attire. Stay woke. Am I right, Mario? Jay Davis doesn't need to win King of the Ring. He views himself as above all others. Calls himself the Rebel, the richest man in all of CMV, which I don't know, might be true. I've never calculated exactly. He comes from wealth. He indeed does. Do you know someone, Richard? Do you know someone who perhaps have more money over Jay? Jay, I should say.
I know somebody so rich. He goes to Egypt. He goes to Egypt and has them hand make this Egyptian cotton leather t-shirt. It's 100%. You don't just get 100% cotton.
But here comes Elijah Stewart, ladies and gentlemen. The good vibes
That's not 100% cotton. It's like
you don't know that.
Best. I saw the tag. I was in the locker room.
Elijah Stewart has been on a tear these past 3 weeks. He defeated Ushio Takedo, and most recently he has a win over the international champion Pierre Thompson. Like I said, this started months ago between these two at Homecoming in a ladder match for #1 contendership for the international title. Elijah would end up winning it. And after Homecoming, Jay Davis was involved in a brutal car crash on his way home from the event, in which he suffered from some burns on his face, and is just healed up now. He's had this entire past month. Like I said, he hasn't been in action. He's been at home. And have healed up now.
Nice clearance, man.
But Jay Davis has pinned that car wreck, blamed it on Elijah Stewart, saying it was the Good Vibes Kid who ran him off the road. Though Elijah has wholeheartedly denied the accusation, saying, for what reason would I do that to you, Jay? I won the match. I became #1 contender. Why would I run you off the road? But Jay Davis' whole ploy since then, his whole game plan has been trying to dig up Elijah's past. We know around last year's attendance, Elijah attacked his own brother, DJ Moore, turning his back on the fans, and certainly became, as we know here in CMV, a dirty, dirty heel. But earlier this season, he confessed his crime, said he's going to do better for the CMV universe, and Jay has continuously poked the bear, as you say, with a stick, just trying to unleash the inner demons of Elijah Stewart, as we saw the Anarchy Rules aspect nearly come into play as Elijah tried to revisit Homecoming by pulling out a steel ladder.
Well, that's the first weapon I go for when I want to beat somebody up. Just pull out the ladder.
Yeah, the ladder. How many people have you beaten up? Mr. Excitement, I want to know.
I don't know. I lived a troubled life. Well, let's not get into that. What we're talking about right now is Elijah Stewart and Jay Davis looking to. And do you think Elijah Stewart has the advantage because he's wearing more clothes to, absorb both weapon shots?
I don't know if that'll play a huge factor. I think Elijah has the advantage because, like I said, if Jay Davis has been resting at home while Elijah's steadily been gaining momentum. But Jay Davis, look at here, early on with a tombstone pile driver to the Good Vibes Kid. And now Davis going to take this opening to go to the outside of the ring to see the ladder exposed. Jay Davis wants to bring in some more toys. Metal bag and a crack over the spine of Stewart.
See? Go for the conventional weapons. Weapon was usually my favorite one to go to.
Jay Davis continuing his assault with a metal bat. Ascendance is on the horizon, just 4 weeks away, and a win for either one of these men heading into that event is paramount to get them featured on the Showcase of Immortals. Elijah with that win over the international champion Pierre Thompson, could see himself next in line for a shot. Whoever comes out champion. Up next, actually, we see Sam Valentine challenge the Prime Time Big Dog. But Jay, undoubtedly, we see that his scars have healed. He no longer has the burns on the chest. He was wrapped up last time we saw him in the Royal Rumble, but I'm sure he's still feeling the effects internally, I gotta imagine, from that car crash. As he continues just hammer away at Elijah Stewart with this metal bat, continuously now an elbow to the back of the head, and these two can stay out here for as long as they feel like it. There are no countouts, no disqualifications, anything goes, but the only way this match can come to an end is via pinfall or submission in the ring, as Elijah obviously came dressed to compete. This is a street fight-like scenario.
I think they even want the match to end. Like, after everything they go to, they probably want to each other up forever.
Probably not. I mean, oh, that looping palm strike by Elijah just turned the tides of this matchup. Jay Davis has said it on numerous occasions leading up to this matchup that he wants to hurt Elijah Stewart. He wants to maim him, wants him to feel the pain that he did in that car crash. And Jay Davis believes deep in his soul that it was Elijah who ran him off the road, but I'm inclined to believe Stewart. I don't know any reason why Elijah would do something like that, why he would attack Davis. Wait a minute. Yeah! Davis targeting the leg there with a brutal dragon screw.
What do you mean you don't understand? Have you never driven before? Sometimes when someone like cut you off on the road, it's having a bad day, you know it. And you know the thought always crosses your mind, I might run them off the road.
I don't think that it was an accident, whoever
thing.
did it to Jay Davis. Whoever ran Jay Davis off the road. Oh, good vibes! I'm 100% certain that it was not an accident. I don't condone what happened to Davis. I'm not a huge fan of him. What happened to him was brutal, and whoever did it should be arrested, to be honest. Nearly cost Davis his life. I don't think it was Elijah Stewart. Jay Davis has the wrong man pegged in that clouded mind of his. Davis, though, looking to perhaps put Elijah to sleep, but a luger landing instead. Oh, is Elijah now addressing his Stewies, the fans who give him the power to keep on going.
Is that what they call it?
That's what he calls them, his Stewies, his loyals. Live here from Texas for Purgatory, the millions watching around the world. Stewart's going to win this match for them as the Good Vibes Kid looking for the E-Buster maybe, but Davis shuts him down. Going for a hammer fist, slapped away, front headlock, Elijah elbow to the back of the head. Distance created, another looping palm strike by Stewart. And Elijah's got to be hurting from those. God, I think Jay Davis hit him maybe 5-6 times with that metal bat a couple of minutes ago. His ribs got to be hurting, his back, but he's pushing through the pain as only Elijah Stewart can as he gets off that elbow to the thigh. Hooks the leg to Stewart. 1, 2, only a 2 count. You know, Elijah is known as a high flyer and a risk taker. Loves to wow the audience with his unique offense, but I haven't seen him take a whole lot of risks in this match. Maybe taking it more seriously than he usually does. Really wants this victory over Davis. Perhaps he thinks with the win he can finally vindicate and tell Davis, it wasn't me, man. You got the wrong guy.
Plus, you gotta really conserve your energy and your strength. You go for like a moonsault at the wrong time and miss it. That can turn the match around. Get advantage.
That's true.
And in a match like this, you can't afford that. You don't have like a rope break to save you.
Oh. Wait a minute, Elijah, though, as you're saying that, gonna attempt one of those high-risk maneuvers through the ropes, tornado DDT on the outside.
Whoa!
And the CMV universe chanting, "This is awesome," as Davis just no-sells it, brushing it off as if nothing just happened to him. But Elijah quickly regains control. That was perhaps just pure instinct from Davis. We know Davis, pretty much the complete opposite of Elijah, where he's a risk taker, a high flyer. Davis, trained by general manager of Genesis, Dave Churn. He's an amazing technician. A lot of suplexes and Arsenal submission attempts as he's rammed into those steel steps right there. His training ain't gonna help him from that. That's just pure brutality. As Elijah looking to do it again, but Jay Davis instead gives him a taste of his own medicine as Davis scouts out Elijah like a shark in the water smelling blood. Davis gonna close in. He knows the only way he can win is getting the match back of the ring, but Elijah going to take those couple of seconds that Jay Davis gave him by taunting to throw him into the steps yet again. And the third time, Davis goes shoulder first into those steps. Made of complete steel. As now Elijah, oh nope, steps a fourth time. It's coming a steel steps match apparently. He can do this as much as he wants. Fifth time goes Jay Davis. Elijah's having himself a good time right now. Making Jay Davis suffer. Oh, and a sixth time into the steel steps before dropping the knee down on the kid. He's finally had enough, perhaps. Jay Davis, well acquainted with those stairs.
Do you think that felt worse than the car accident he was in?
I'm sorry, can you speak up a bit louder?
Do you think that felt worse than the car accident he was in? He was getting.
Oh, well, there's a seventh time into the steel steps. I don't know if it's worse than a car crash, but I gotta imagine it's not feeling too good for him right now. That arm is no doubt severely damaged. An eighth time, perhaps, he's about to be greeted with those steps. He passes by instead of falling on the ladder. The corner of death, yeah. Oh, this match might finally... No, Jay Davis counters and puts Elijah in the ring. Oh, Davis has a window. The question is, can he bounce on it? Or pounce on it, rather. Not bounce. Oh, he's got the ladder in hand. Shades of Homecoming, that amazing ladder match they had. In fact, at Homecoming, Elijah actually tossed him off the top of the ladder with Bloodline. Shades of his half-brother and DJ Moore. Oh, tosses the ladder aside. And that gives Elijah the opening to catch him with the catchphrase. Stewart getting the CMV Universe hyped up as Elijah now closes in, lining up the shot. Jay Davis dropped like a sack of stones. Middle of the ring, hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, no! Wow. And Elijah actually arguing with the referee. I thought that was a 3 as well. I can't blame Elijah for arguing the call. That was 2.9999999 right there. And look at Jay Davis just mockingly shoving the dust over towards Elijah like he's nothing to Jay Davis but scum. Oh! Oh! Attitude adjustment, and that's just what Davis needs if you ask me. He needs his attitude adjusted, a springboard leg drop to follow through. Davis is getting rocked right now. Woo! Jay Davis might be in La La Land. He's got to make his way out, though, if he wants to win this matchup. Oh, Elijah dropped right on the ladder with that arm drag. Fell right on the side of his leg, and that's going to hinder Elijah as Davis up under the shoulders. Go to sleep, Elijah. But no, Stewart ain't going to sleep. Not at bedtime yet, fam. Pops right back up to his feet. Short arm shoulder block and an aggressive pin attempt by Stewart. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Elijah perhaps see this match slipping away from him. Taking a desperation pin. Now tying Jay Davis up between his legs, hammering away some elbows as he's got him locked in the head scissors. Oh, good vibes. Numero 2 by Stewart as he goes up to the corner again, paying homage to his Stewies. Wasting a lot of time there. Elijah should know better than that. Kick to the gut. Going for that classic neck breaker onto the shoulder. Jay Davis they're set up in the perfect position, I should say, by the Good Vibes Kid here, who once more looks to unleash the E-Bazaar. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. No! Wow. I don't like Davis. I don't like his attitude, but he is showing something special here in this one. Stewart keeping up the assault, though. Off the second turnbuckle, going for a phenomenal forearm. Davis well scouted. Now he's waiting position. Denies a punch to the side of the head. Forearm smash, closes in. Davis, what is this? Oh my God! Knee right to the face off the suplex.
My
1,
God.
2, 3, and Davis gets the win. Wow, Jay Davis secures the victory, ladies and gentlemen, after quite the matchup.
What do you do when you hit somebody with your best shot, not once but twice, and they still come back and beat you?
I mean, perhaps that's what creeped into Elijah's mind at the end of that match there. What do I got to do to beat this guy? And it gave Jay Davis the opening while Elijah was doubting himself to pick him off with that brutal, the Gourd Buster GTS. And it doesn't get much more straightforward and brutal than just kneeing your opponent right in the face and knocking them out to get the win.
You know, I was thinking about what you were saying earlier, and I have to disagree. I think, it's hard actually put him at a disadvantage. Wearing all that kind of slowed him down, maybe weighed him down a bit. Maybe it took the impact out of his big moves, and that's what cost him. So once again,
you think that's what did it? A tank top and pants? You think that's what cost him?
No, when you get into the ring, it's the little things that just messes you up. Maybe he's not used to wrestling like that, and it just threw him off his game. Like the way gravity works. He's not used to that much with all the extra things he has. It affected the way it's moved. It affected the way he did his ring works, his dives.
And
Unfortunate
Jay
when you think
Davis, of
about
course,
it, but
rocking a very, wrestling type attire with those tight shorts that allow him to say move around better. Elijah did have pants, which slowed him down a bit. I said in the match that Elijah wasn't doing his usual acrobatics, wasn't very fast, and Davis trained by one of the best to ever do it, a Hall of Famer, and Dave Turner. He bided his time, and then when he saw the opening, he striked, and it got him the win, a big win here at Purgatory.
it's all that wind resistance. You can't do high flying when poor kid.
I did not account for wind resistance.
That's why I'm here. You just
I'm
don't think
glad
about
you're
these
here.
things.
Here we go, folks. Up next are fourth championship match of the evening, as the CMV International title is going to be on the line. Immediately following this one, the Undisputed Championship to be decided, as the third annual Cyborg Invitational winner Travis King challenges the blowy Brit Chris Andrews to see who heads into Ascendance to defend the World Championship, headline the Showcase of Immortals. Of course, we still don't know who the Royal Rumble, Paul Devine, is the Royal Rumble winner, I should say. He's not a Royal Rumble himself. But the winner of the 5th annual Rumble, he's yet to decide who he's going to challenge. And I've been saying for a couple of weeks now, I think he's waiting for tonight to see who walks out as the respective champions. Because we know he's going to be main evented. He's one half of the main event one way or another. The question is, will he be facing Travis King, Chris Andrews, Bob Luger, or Ryan Kent? We're going to find out here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We still got a whole lot to get to as well. The Elimination Chamber still to come. The 13th in CMV's history. 6 men from Genesis, Brave Souls, gonna collide in that match to enter the Devil's Domain. No doubt even the winner will leave changed forever, and perhaps not even for the better. But up first, we have the CMV International Championship to be decided. And I'm curious for your opinion on this one, Mr. Excitement, because Sam Valentine, it's another, we've seen a couple of upsets here tonight. Harvey Hastings getting the win. Not an upset, but Badman Incorporated nearly getting the upset. Sam Valentine holds 3 wins over Pierre Thompson, 2 in singles action and 1 in a handicap match. But the point is that Sam has been able to pin the big dog 3 times, which not a whole lot of men can say. Pierre, I don't even think has over 10 losses this season. And Sam is 3 of them. Given an international title shot because of his most recent win at the top of the month, whereas Pierre has never been able to defeat Valentine one-on-one or otherwise. He did get a win in the 6-man tag a couple of days ago, but Pierre pinned Nick Blinken. Now, he did not pin Valentine. So what's your thoughts on this matchup? What's your take?
You see, you brought up all this quote-unquote compelling evidence to the argument. But answer me this. How many times has the title been on the line this far?
That's true. I actually said during Genesis, Pierre, he's actually been on a losing streak despite that win a couple of days ago. But a title match is different. And in title matches, Sam obviously doesn't have a great record. He had multiple this season and last season. Even as a part of the Genesis roster, he's had a couple of title shots, but he's with titleless. No championships to his resume as of yet. Whereas Pierre, he's been in big matches even before winning the international title. He knows what it's like to headline a pay-per-view.
Whereas Sam, this is... Everyone was questioning whether Xander Slade's concussion would affect him in the match. And you know what? It didn't. Everyone's questioning whether Pierce Thompson's previous losses to Valentine cost him. And it's not. Once again, you're going to be wrong. And I'm going to be there to laugh at you.
So you're going for Pierre?
I'm not going to be wrong at all so far. I'm not going to be wrong. No.
Well, here he comes, the big dog, ladies and gentlemen. Pierre Thompson, with one of the most prestigious belts in all of CMV over his shoulder. Thompson has been champion since Homecoming, where he defeated Kaiva to win the belt. He retained it at Absolution against Elijah Stewart. His second defense here tonight. Like I said, though, besides that six-man tag victory a couple of days ago where he got himself back a little bit of momentum, Pierre all month long taking loss after loss, a defeat at the hands of Elijah Stewart, a defeat at the hands of Nick Blake, and then a defeat in the handicap match against Sam Valentine, Zach Cage, and Nick Blake. Not carrying a whole lot of momentum behind him. But like Mr. Excitement said, a championship match is a different kind of game, a different kind of matchup. You know, Pierre, no doubt, bringing his all-time
Now, hang on a second.
best that he
You got a
possibly
tweet
can.
here from Pierre Thompson early in the night, and it says, "Tonight is the most important match of my career. Sam, I'm ready. Let's make this happen." Perfect.
All right, so
Pierre
some
Thompson
confidence
impression.
on display. Pierre Thompson, very confident, letting out that tweet earlier before he came out here, but now it's time to see if you can back up that talk. As the challenger, the dream, Sam Valentine, extremely impressive since coming to Genesis via a trade earlier this season. A couple of months ago at this point, like 4 months, he's been a part of the Genesis roster. Literally some huge victories, not taking a whole lot of losses either, mind you, as he stands across from the big dog, the prime-time player, Pierre Thompson, who Sam knows he can defeat. He's done it twice, one-on-one. Clean, I might add. No dirty heel shenanigans to defeat Pierre Thompson. This is Pierre's chance, like he said himself. He's ready. The most important match of his career. And I'm sure he's saying that because Ascendance is just 4 weeks away. The winner of this, no doubt, going to be heading into the Showcase of Immortals with that belt. It's time to find out. Will the dream come true? Or will the big dog claim another victim? You like that?
Good one, buddy.
Like that wordplay? Well, will the dream come true or will the dream be crushed? As Sam backs Pierre into the corner here to start things off. And a clean break. Surprising clean break there from Valentine. I got to give him props for that. Did not expect it, but Pierre taking advantage right out as soon as he's released with that arm wrench DDT. Pierre ain't playing around. Like I said, Thompson, this entire season, I don't think his loss record goes over 10. He has been so impressive, holding victories over Bob Luger when he was the Alpha World Champion and many other names. the top players on Genesis, if you will. Pierre capturing that international title back at Homecoming, his first championship in his CMV career. He's not looking to let it go anytime soon.
Speaking of first championships, though, we have a tweet here from Hurt Nation, Bryce Hurt. Don't forget to wear your suits on Genesis, gents, as you will be mourning the death of the Light Heavyweight Championship. Because as so early in the night, Rubik won his first title here in CMV, and of course, Bryce Hurt isn't happy about that because it came at his expense.
So it seems as though Bryce is going to hold a funeral for the Light Heavyweight Championship. We'll see what Rubik has to say about that, but I'm sure that Rubik ain't reading tweets right now. He's busy celebrating, playing his trombone, I'm sure. Probably already left the arena, going to the local nightclub. We'll see if Sam Valentine will be joining him, or perhaps it'll be Pierre Thompson who walks into the club. Should get a European uppercut by Thompson here. No, but we know that Sam Valentine does frequent clubs. Remember, we started his career last season. Oh, unique stunner right there by Valentine. He's one half of the Bromancers, which is actually a huge CMB fan favorite tag team. Of course, Sam's attitude has really changed, more aggressive ever since he and Lance broke up. And Sam, you can't deny that he's made quite the name for himself. As soon as he and Lance broke up, as post last year's Ascendance, he answered Justin Saint's open challenge for an undisputed title shot at Battle Scars as he looks to take Pierre for a test drive here, folks. With that pump handle into a power slam. And things not starting off too shabby for Thompson here, who looks to battle back quickly. Doesn't want Sam to stay in control for very long. Changing blows, back and forth they go. Waist lock into waist lock, but now Pierre stops things with a wheelbarrow facebuster. Thompson, I'm not too sure what kind of dance that is exactly. But he marks his territory, now mowing over Sam. Double forearms, clothesline, body splash in the corner. Off the ropes, he rebounds, crossbody, sucking the air right up out of Sam Valentine. But crushed a couple of those ribs as well as he ain't done. We're looking for the play of the day, player. But Sam Valentine slaps away like, bitch, get out of here. But caught with a Russian leg sweep, not able to follow through on the reversal. Oh, Josh, you weren't here to witness the beautiful duo of the Bromancers. Those were brighter days in the career of Sam Valentine, but like I said, since then, his attitude has changed for the worse. But can't argue with his success thus far, though he has yet to hold championship gold. He has some impressive victories and some great matches he's put on against the best names that CMV has to offer, as I believe he was going to try for the quick succession of kicks in the corner, but Pierre countered it, and woo! Knife edge chop. But now Thompson wasting time here, pandering to the fans instead of finishing this match. Sam now finds himself an opening. Irish whip puts him right back into the corner. The International Championship is on the line. Sam goes for a kick to the gut. Look at it shatter. Pierre's dreams. Pierre shooting for the highlight. But Sam stops him too quick. Valentine, no doubt, bringing the speed advantage in this matchup. Kick to the gut. International title in the balance. Sam to the opposite side of the ring. Up to the top, taking a risk. Coast to coast, double boots to the gut.
Wow.
That's the maneuver that's beaten Pierre on 3 separate occasions. Will it do the job tonight? 1, 2. No! Thompson. Pierre said this is the biggest match of his career. He is bringing his absolute A+ game. And it's going to take more than that to keep down the big dog. But Sam, look at this, unrelenting as Valentine. He knows he's in control, not going to let it slip up. Quick kicks to the ribs over and over again. Oh my God, it was like 7, 8 kicks right to the chest, right to the ribs, and then an alley-oop bomb. And Pierre's absolutely stunned right now. Perhaps not. The big dog, don't boost the chest, those massive calves. Nearly breaking through those fucking boots as he goes to the pin. Just a 2 count, though. And it gives Sam the speed advantage. I give Sam the speed advantage, but that doesn't take away from Pierre's speed. He's a big man. He's a brawler. He's got that strength, no doubt, but he's fast too. That's not going to help him here. Or maybe it will. Grabbing the boot and chipping Sam Valentine's front teeth, I assure you. Plants him face first down onto the canvas. And Thompson, though, bad time to taunt. Bad time to be full of yourself. As what is this? Long Island Slam! Shout out to his good friend Tim LaFave. As now Thompson has his target lined up to retain his championship, to go into ascendance. Highlight! Will it be enough? 1, 2! No! Valentine! Whew. Able to survive, but for how long? That's the question. He doesn't want to just survive. He wants to win. He wants his first taste of championship gold. He's salivating at the mouth and tells Pierre, is that all you got? Get back on your feet, motherfucker. Let's keep this going. Sam Valentine's not done just yet, folks. And Valentine hooked to the jaw of Pierre Thompson. Not just the International Championship on the line, but a spot on the Ascendance card, too. Oh, Sam taking the big dog for another test drive. Pierre looking up at the lights. You can tell that he might not know where he is right now. But pure instinct shining through as he grabs Sam by the arm, brings him down to the canvas, gives him an opening. Desperation pin here, surely not thinking he's going to finish things off of it. Just that, but buying him the time that he needs. Kick out at the count of 1. Missing the kick to the spine. Pierre with a stomp down onto the quad. Valentine, though, a couple of back elbows connect to the jaw, creates some distance, goes for a chop block. Pierre was too far away, though, and now he's going to pay for that mistake. Oh, reverse DDT down onto the knee. Oh, my God, Thompson, the near 300-pounder up to the top rope. What is Pierre cooking up here? Perhaps desperation shining through. Oh, wait a minute! Right into a European uppercut! Pierre might have just cost himself the match and the title! Hooks the leg! 1, 2, 3, no! Pierre nearly saw his reign come to an end. Face first into that European uppercut. Ah, the punch, a Superman punch by Pierre. 1, 2, 3. Pierre Thompson is still the international champion.
Told you. This is his match. This is his fight. He's never gonna lose.
Pierre Thompson is going to ascendance, still the international champion, defying the odds that were stacked against him, shining through. And Pierre is still your international champion, folks. What a matchup. These two tore the house down. I thought Sam Valentine had it, man, when he caught Pierre off the top rope with that European uppercut. But Thompson's heart is what kept him going. And Sam Valentine gets rocked, gets his bell rung with that Superman punch. And now Ascendance awaits the big dog, looking to make the Showcase Immortals his yard. Who's going to step up?
Who's going to want to step up after that?
Pierre said it himself, this was the biggest match of his career. He was not going to lose. He refused to lose.
He only needed one good punch, one good shot. That was it.
Whew! Gotta chug my Rockstar real quick. BRB.
Well, folks, now that we're alone, let's have a little chat, shall we? Because right now, we're going to witness a match we never thought we'd see. When Travis King debuted. Folks in the Twitch chat, tell me how to pronounce that word because I'm real dumb. Travis King is something else, you know? We never knew he would be here. But then again, did we think Chris Andrews would be here? After everything he's been, all the suffering, all the struggling, watching as people he thought were worse than him got shots at the top belt. One day, it just all came together for him. One day, he just said, you know what, I'm done sitting in the passenger seat. I'm going to take the wheel, and I'm going to drive the car, and I'm going to run Jay Davis off the road. Just kidding. You saw what I did there, right? You know, it tied together the two storylines. But, you know, as I was saying, Chris Andrews, he's come so far, and to lose it to this upstart Travis King, that's on the back of his mind. He's going to come here, and he's going to he does...
Sorry.
How are you going to clear your throat midway through?
Gotta get myself ready for this match. That was a great description of the matchup, though. And I want to touch on what you said, Travis King. You know, such an upstart. This is only his fifth month as a member of the CMV roster, a member of the CMV universe. He finds himself already a winner of the 3rd annual Cyborg Invitational and now #1 contender to the Undisputed title. And if he wins, he goes on to perhaps main event the grandest stage of them all should Paul Devine choose to go for the Undisputed title. And like you said, Chris Andrews got to be thinking in the back of his mind, not after all that he's been through, if he loses to this upstart, to this Travis King, it's going to no doubt leave a mark on his resume. A dark mark.
Well, I wouldn't put that on my resume.
Travis King, though, I would describe him in the same way as we did Bludgeon earlier. He's cut from a different cloth. He's a beast. I wouldn't even say he's human. Calls himself the perfect specimen. He has one loss to his name, and that came via a huge upset to Harvey Hastings at the top of the month where Harvey got lucky with a roll-up. And Travis King certainly made the assassin pay for that the following week. Man, did he beat the shit out of Hastings. And I don't think Harvey's ever going to be the same after what happened to him. A lot of people put their money on Travis King, but this is two of the most dominant men in CMV's history, I gotta say. It's debut, by the way, not debuted. I got you. Travis King, I would already say that. I would already say that. Only 5 months in CMV, I would say he's one of the most resilient, one of the most dominant men. Though most occasions, he hasn't had to show his resiliency because his matches end before he can fucking say his full name. Travis King just stays crushing fools. He plowed through that Cyborg Invitational. And the only reason he didn't finish 7-0 is, well, two reasons. Because it went to a double countout between him and Briggs at Absolution. And then D'Angelo Prince was attacked by Xander Slayton, so he had to forfeit. But this man, we talk about Travis King. We talk about him being dominant. We talk about him being resilient. You can't say anything about resiliency about Hart without mentioning the Bloody Brit, Chris Andrews, who really kicked off his career 1 year ago today at this event, where he captured his first taste of championship gold and the international title. And since then, he's become in my opinion, most people would say one of, I would say the most dominant Anarchy champion of all time, the best Anarchy champion of all time, two-time Anarchy champion, most defenses as Anarchy champion, longest reigning Anarchy champion, also a tag team champion, and finally realized his dreams at Homecoming, the final pay-per-view of 2018 when he defeated Reese Matthews to capture that gold. And the Bloody Brit in recent months has fought through cracked ribs, concussions, but he has never backed down, not once. He showed up week in and week out, putting on 5-star matches, beating asses and taking names. He went into Absolution last month still with those cracked ribs, and he retained against Schmitty. And even though I don't like Schmitty, that's well documented. He's a great in-ring performer. He's a tough challenge, and the Bloody Brit put him down, no problem about it. And tonight, to think he did that with cracked ribs tonight, he's 100% clean bill of health. But he stands across from Travis King.
This morning.
That's true. Perhaps he did. This is a first-time encounter, though, one-on-one. This is Travis King's biggest test to date. I wouldn't say the quickest rise in CMV's history, but no doubt one of the quickest rise in CMV's history. Travis King finds himself in the main event, of Fusions. Perhaps, I can't believe I'm saying it, perhaps going to main event Ascendance 5. But in order to do it, he's got to get through that man. The fans are no doubt 125% behind the Bloody Brit. But the odds, they're in the corner of Travis King. That undisputed championship is high up into the air. That's what's on the line. The most prestigious championship in CMV. Chris Andrews, ladies and gentlemen, defending against Travis King, the perfect specimen, the Bloody Brit. And here we go. The winner of this goes into Ascendance to defend that championship, perhaps in the main event. One way or another, they will headline.
Can't wait.
Well, you don't have to wait any longer. It's finally getting on, ladies and gentlemen. Travis King said a couple of weeks ago when he and Chris Andrews confronted one another in the ring, he said, Andrews, I'm not only going to take your title, I'm going to break your body, I'm going to destroy your spirit, I'm going to leave you a heap in the middle of the ring. You'll never be the same again after I'm through with you. The Bloody Brit just looked him in his eyes and said, I'm going to deliver some revenge, as always. I'm going to walk out of Purgatory with that title. Not lacking in confidence is the Bloody Brit.
I almost want this match to skip to the end because the suspense is killing me. It's gonna win,
So you don't have a choice here. You don't have anybody you're picking who you think's gonna walk out the winner.
Oh no, Chris Andrews is gonna. Let's
you're pulling for the Brit.
I think there's something to be said about such a mediocre rise. Eventually it's gonna end, and on nights like this, it's gonna end at the worst time.
Travis King can't stay so dominant forever. He can't stay, can't keep rising. He's going to have to fall eventually. Perhaps Andrews will be the man to send him falling down here tonight. We still got a whole lot to get to. We still got 7 matches after this, guys. Still 4 championship matches after this. The Elimination Chamber. Immediately following this match, we got Jacob Ziegler taking on Paul Devine. And I'm sure Devine is in the back, waiting for that matchup, watching this one. Maybe it's Travis King, Chris Andrews, whoever is champion. Perhaps he'll make his choice. We know he knows Chris Andrews very well. He's beaten Andrews. Andrews has beaten him. They have a storied rivalry. To see that main event ascendance would be something. And Devine has said before that he believes Travis King is the future. Perhaps he wants to be the one to beat Travis King in the main event of ascendance. Maybe he wants to be the one to kick him off his pedestal.
But do you think Devine would risk Travis King being the future at his own expense? Like, what if Devine takes that gamble and King beats him in the main event? How does Devine come back from that?
I mean, look what Devine... Oh, roll through super. Look what Devine has done in recent weeks, joining up with the devil himself, becoming a part of Lineage. Devine, no doubt, wants to get himself in the best position he possibly can going into the main event of Ascendance. Oh, look at this. Chris Andrews once again in that corner. Gonna greet Travis King face first to that top turnbuckle. Andrews ain't exactly a saint in that ring, as he's showcasing right now. Just choking out Travis King. The referee's trying to get him out of there. Look at Andrews like, nothing, mate. I ain't doing shit. Andrews will bend the rules if he has to. He'll do whatever he has to keep that championship to his name.
I don't blame him.
Last year's Ascendance.
Do what you gotta do.
Exactly. Last year's Ascendance, Andrews went in as international champion, defending his belt. He didn't walk out with the championship. Will he walk into the grandest stage of them all with a belt to his name yet again? Will he walk out the same, or will he walk in without any gold? We're about to find out. Travis King putting him up high. Bad place to be. Travis King concocting some sort of brutal maneuver to deliver to the Bloody Bray here. This does not look good. Boltman up on the top rope. Superplex. But that's not all. Look at the strength and a Falcon Arrow. Absolutely incredible. That's why King is the perfect specimen. That's why he is one of the most formidable foes, most dominant superstars to ever enter CMV. He's just, Andrews is...
Like he was the second clean laundry.
Exactly, third clean laundry. Andrews ain't no pushover. Andrews is Andrews, but Travis King, he's fast, he's strong, he's agile, he's great in the submission. He's just all around. Travis King just shines through in every single aspect in that ring. But the Brit don't care. The Brit will give you a couple middle fingers and a punch to the jaw. As he looks to do Travis King here. King got him caught in the corner, though. Stomping away at his midsection. A mud hole being delivered. Up in a hole in that sternum. And then just kicking him right in the side. Travis King, like he's an unwanted dog. He's got a lateral press now by King. Perhaps his inexperience showing through. He should hook that leg. Giving Andrews a chance to use his legs to swing out. What's that?
Is that what people do to unwanted dogs?
Perhaps, pieces of trash. They don't want a dog around, they kick it.
Oh.
I'm not saying that Travis King's the type of guy to kick a dog, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Oh! Andrews! With the O'Connor roll German suplex. I haven't seen him hit that since the start of this season. Pulling out the oldies but goodies is Andrews here as he goes for the pin. Now, this is a very slow match between these two. Besides that superplex Falcon Arrow combo, they're just exchanging back and forth. Control hasn't been dominantly in the corner of either man. Like I said, first time encounter here. They don't want to rush ahead of anything. What's that?
Yeah, there's a feeling out process. You don't want to risk it too early in the match and give your opponent
that feeling out process just paid off for Andrews as he was able to dodge Travis King's spinning Euro uppercut, catching him with a DDT in the corner. And now Travis King might pay, but perhaps not. King luring him in, grabbing him by the arm, snapping it over the shoulder like a twig, going for a cold breaker, I think, there, but he miscalculated. Instead, going to get a pendulum backbreaker into the stretch. Andrews knows unique ways to cause pain. Oh, as the Brit lining up the shot. Delivering some. Oh, shot down, though. Revenge was on the horizon for Travis King. He was able to deflect that, but not this. We know the Bloody Brit loves all things threes, folks. There's the second one. Can we get a third? Whew! Yes, we can. Travis King going for a ride and not a fun one. As the Brit going to drag him away from the ropes. Looking to retain his title here at Purgatory and go into a sentence as champion. Not even a 2 count. Absorbing that kick to the spine does Travis King as if it didn't even faze him. Walking into a jawbreaker though. Now what is this by the Brit? Running sit-out powerbomb, a maneuver that King usually utilizes.
That's got to be a slap in the face.
Now look at Chris Andrews beginning to spread out his attack, going for the knee. Travis King, like I said, he's the perfect specimen. He can go off the top rope. He's very fast, so you take out those legs and keep him grounded. Down to the knee. Yes, King now. King in position. King sizing up the bloody Brit. Very few men have survived the checkmate, but no, Andrews counters it into a neck breaker. Andrews didn't want to taste it, fam. And now the Brit back into the corner.
You don't take the move.
Oh, lining up the shot. Looking for the British boot. Knock. Oh, Travis King sidesteps him, but he can't counter the counter to counter the counter. Instead, going to take a sidewalk suplex. Into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. Kick to the spine. That time it works out for the champion. So now he punches him in the back of the head, slamming him mat first off the canvas. You see that aggression beginning to build up in Andrews. Much like Elijah Stewart earlier, we talked about how you throw everything at your opponent. After a certain amount of time, you'd think, what do I got to do to beat this guy? But if Andrews keeps up that train of thought, Travis King's going to sense that and he's going to capitalize. What about this? Surprise blowjob by Chris Andrews. That headbutt right to where the sun don't shine. As now Andrews wasting a lot of valuable time here. A lot of valuable time just staring at Travis King. Andrews perhaps trying to refill his gas tank, get his stamina up to par. What is this now? Another running sit-out powerbomb by the undisputed champion. This time into the pin. Does he have enough? 1, 2. Oh, only a 2 count. And again, Andrews just stares down at Travis King instead of trying to finish. I don't know why the Brit is doing this. Perhaps one of his many concussions is revisiting him here.
We're just stopping by to say.
Oh, the Brit. With a deadlift powerbomb. As now he backs from the corner, going to try for the British boot again. Will it get countered once more, or will it be successfully executed? The British boot, no, sidestepped once more, and this time Travis King is fast enough to get the jab off. Knee to the face, closes in, the unpredictable, oh no, knee to the, oh my God, counter after counter. The unconquerable one, moments away from holding that undisputed title, but here comes all things threes once more. In effect, there's one vertical suplex. Shout out to the one and only Eddie Guerrero, Chris Andrews. Looking to get off the third, pulling it all together. That ascendant sign is hanging up high above in the back of the arena. I've seen both men gaze at it multiple times in this match. They know what's on the line. They know where they're going if they win. Oh, back over to the midsection. No, this is what King needs. Closes in, kick to the gut. Travis King, no, tripped up. What is this? Oh, Andrews with a sharpshooter. Sharpshooter by the undisputed champion. Will Travis King be forced to submit here at Purgatory with the world title on the line? Will Travis King tap? Oh, King refuses. Launching the Brit face first into the corner. That back step, though, coming into effect again. Shoots for the checkmate. Perhaps Andrews, the kick to the midsection, saves himself. But for how long? Andrews waiting for him. Kick to the gut again. Middle of the ring. What is this? A third time running sit-out powerbomb. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. What is it going to take from the Brit to win this match? As he tries for the pin again, I think. No, what is he going for here? Wait a minute. Wailing up got by the bloody Brit. Or rather, discus punch here. Travis King quickly shakes off the cobwebs. Desperation beginning to seep in for both men. I can feel it, I can sense it, the end of the match is near. The question is, which of these men is going to walk out with the undisputed title? Oh my God, wait a minute! DUI by the Bloody Brit! Oh, can he get to the pin though? No, Andrews collapsed down to one knee. He's out of gas. Can he get to the pin in time? Is it still enough? 1, 2, 3, oh, King! The couple of seconds he had there to recuperate.
What? Oh my God.
Travis King rocked right now. Chris Andrews, though, staying in the driver's seat, unrelenting. Travis King, though, knows that he's in big trouble. Single on the hook base, special counter by the Brit into a clothesline. Everything Travis King tries gets thrown right back at him. The Brit's got everything expertly scouted. He's around every corner. Every time King has an opening, he's immediately shot down. And now a pin by the Brit, but just a 2 count.
I don't know, though. Chris Andrews has been in control for a long time, and he hasn't been able to keep the match. Eventually, that's going to come back to bite him.
That's true.
So
I said earlier,
that's the
match. Oh, and there's the spinning Euro uppercut. I don't think it was fully executed, but he got enough of it. Or perhaps not, because the Brit right back to his, I was saying earlier, though, at a point in the matchup, after you throw everything at your opponent, you got to start thinking, what do I got to do? What's it going to take to keep this guy down? And maybe these absolutely nasty knee strikes straight to the side of the head will finally do the deed for the Undisputed Champion. Travis King double boots the chest, creates an opening. The question is, can he pounce on it? Can he capitalize? Aggressive pin by Travis King, who doesn't even get a 2 count out of it. King's not stupid enough to think that that'll be enough. There's a double leg takedown. I think Andrew's been training in MMA because he is showcasing a lot of it with his knee strikes and his takedowns here in this matchup. We know he's a brawler, more akin to barrooms rather than the ring, but King battling to his feet. This has been one hell of a matchup, but only one of these men can walk out with the world title. Only one of these men can go into Ascendance to headline the show of shows as we get a brutal-looking adjustment pile driver to the champion. And now King to the top. Is he going to go for that shooting star press? Yes, he is! Shooting star press by King into the pin. 1, 2, no! Andrews! Andrews denies King. And now King right back to the top. He says, you want another one, motherfucker? I'll give you another one. Shooting star again. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. And Travis King is the undisputed champion, ladies and gentlemen. What an upset. Travis King cements his rise to stardom, ladies and gentlemen, by capturing the undisputed title. Oh my God. You're wrong for the first time tonight, Mr. Excitement.
I said Chris Andrews is going to get all in his head, and he's going to let the newcomer come and take advantage of it, and that's exactly what happened.
You called Andrews for the
Travis
victory.
King. What? No.
Yes, you did. You 110% called Andrews for the victory.
I said Travis King will show that everything up to this point was not a fluke, that he is the best, that he is the future, that he is going to take CMV by storm, and he did that tonight by beating Chris Andrews right there in the middle of the ring. Back to back, shooting star presses.
That was no doubt. The way that match was going, Andrews was dominating for the last 10 minutes, but Travis King just needed that one little sliver of an opening to pounce on. And like you said, not one. Look right out there. This is the first one or the second one? I think that's the second one. But he hit one shooting star press. Andrews kicked out. King said, you want another one? I'll give you another one. And King secures the win. And now Ascendance is 4 weeks away. And Travis is looking right down the lane to perhaps the main event. Now the question is, will Divine challenge this man like you said? Will he take the risk of stepping in the ring with the perfect specimen? And what of Andrews? He's got a championship rematch clause that he well deserves. We could be looking at a triple threat, but it's all about Divine. It's all about what Divine chooses. But tonight, Travis King stands atop the mountain. Gotta get my my drink on again.
And while we have a moment, folks, let's just talk about what we just witnessed. We have witnessed the greatest night of this man's life. We have witnessed the birth, maybe of a future Hall of Famer. We have witnessed the birth of someone who takes CMV by storm. Just insane. Tim LaFave, Randy Borton. The name Travis King is going to be right up there with all of them if he keeps going on the path that is going on. Now the question is, will Paul Devine be another name added to that list? The list that Travis King has been compiling since he debuted in this company. What is with that word? What's with the word? Folks, let me tell you about the English language. English is dumb. That's why I speak Spanish. Buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Me llamo Tina. El perro es grande. ¿Dónde está?
For all of our Spanish watchers out there. Yes, Fort Worth, Texas. That's where we're live from. I knew it was in Texas somewhere. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the second leg of Purgatory. Already all night long, we had some huge shock upsets. Harvey Hastings, and we just saw Travis King. Like Mr. Excitement just said, I can now say this is the fastest rise in CMV. Let me mute this. We already saw this. But Travis King, when I was calling the match, I said, maybe not the fastest rising, but one of those. And now with that win, that's the quickest I think we've ever seen anyone become an undisputed champion. 5 months. 5 months, Travis King holds the most prestigious championship in CMV, and now perhaps will headline main event, our grandest spectacle. Go on.
How long did it take Cyborg to win the title?
Oh, that's true. Oh, I think it only took Cyborg 3 months. No, wait. He debuted after Ascendance 1. So he went to Backlash. That's 1 month. Then to Payback is 2 months. That's where he... Oh, yeah. No, wait. Yeah, 3 months. It took Cyborg 3 months.
Huh.
So I guess I'm wrong. I stand corrected.
As usual.
Please forgive me.
Where would this show be if I wasn't here to fact check you?
I never meant to hurt you. But that was at the start of CMV too. Like, you can say Dave Turner's the fastest riser since he was the first ever world champion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I really count the very start of CMV because everybody was new. Everybody was fast rising.
Speaking of fast rising, how do you think Jacob Ziegler feels seeing that? That was Jacob Ziegler at one point. He was a new guy. He was trying to make waves in his company, but he never reached the heights of Travis King. I think there's some kind of jealousy, some envy right now.
I'm sorry, what did you say? Can you repeat?
I said, how do you think Jacob Ziegler is feeling right now, seeing someone come in the company and be champion before him? And he was once that guy that was proclaimed to be the next big thing in the company.
Well, Jacob Ziegler certainly had a fast ride in CMV. It took him, what? I think it was second month he won the CMV Anarchy Championship. But I'm sure both Jacob Ziegler and Paul Devine are, as is the entire CMV universe, and I'm sure the entire locker room, taken aback and shocked by what we just witnessed, Travis King becoming the undisputed champion. But Jacob Ziegler can't focus on who's the biggest rising star or who isn't, because right now he's got to step into the ring with the 5th annual CMV Royal Rumble winner, and Paul Devine, who, like I said, still has not cemented his decision as to who he will meet in the main event of Ascendance. And someone just pointed out a smart little, I think it was Josh, who said that either way, Paul Devine might be facing a triple threat now. Because if he decides to go for the Undisputed Championship, Britt has his rematch clause, so unless he cashes it in beforehand, it's going to be a triple threat. And now we know the Chamber, the Genesis Chamber, whoever wins that gets an Alpha World title shot. So if Devine chooses to go for that, it's going to be a triple threat. So now Devine is kind of a sticky situation here. Kind of took himself by deciding.
The Twitch chat comes through for you, and when I couldn't pronounce debut, it just left me there to die. I see where the loyalties are.
Here we go, folks. The night continues. As up next, two of Fusion's brightest stars, two of the biggest names in all of CMV, are going to clash as here comes the man with the dank leather jacket, the dank gold chain, the pride of Scotland, Jacob Ziegler. Jacob Ziegler, of course, returned after 8 months on suspension last month in the Royal Rumble match. And since then, he hasn't been doing too hot. I mean, Jacob Ziegler kicked off right where he left off. He main evented the 3 straight fusions that he was back, but he lost all 3 of them. Earlier this week on Monday Night Fusion, live from the world's famous arena, Madison Square Garden, he and Xander Slate absolutely brought the house down around them, and Ziegler came out victorious for the momentum he needs for this one. But this matchup, surprisingly, is all about respect between these two men. Despite what Devine has done, shaking hands with the devil himself and Schmitty, and aligning with lineage, Devine said himself, it doesn't matter where my alliances lie, I still respect you, Ziegler. And Ziegler has returned that respect, saying he doesn't want Devine's main event, he doesn't want the World Championship, not now. He just wants to prove that he is still better than Paul Devine, that he can still beat Paul Devine. Here he comes, folks. The Asian sensation, the man who puts the rising and rising sun, Japan's biggest export, baby. Paul Devine, the CMV universe now split. He once had them loyally behind him no matter what he was going through, but ever since he aligned with Schmitty, turned his back on them, they have turned their back on him. But Devine
I'm sorry. As a friend of Cole Savage, I can't watch a Paul Devine match.
You can't call a Paul Devine match?
Oh, I'm sorry. He has been so disrespectful, so ungrateful for everything Cole Savage has done for him that out of respect, my own respect.
I feel like him and Savage haven't been in contact since like 5 months ago.
You know what? I have a hold a grudge. Cole Savage holds a grudge. And I don't let things slide. I'm not going to say it during this match.
That's okay. You rest your beautiful voice. You're the voice that we need. The voice that we need, but we don't deserve. As Devine, you just saw him point up to that Ascendant sign. He's going there one way or another. Whatever route he takes, he's going to be main eventing the show of shows, the 5th annual Ascendance. Whether it's for the world title, whether it's for the Alpha World title. We now know that Travis King is going into Ascendance with the Undisputed Championship. We found out later on in our main event who's going to walk in with the Alpha World title when Bob Luger challenges Ryan Kent. We still got the Elimination Chamber to come. The Anarchy title on the line. The World Tag Team titles on the line. Much, much more as here we go. Paul Devine starting things off real quick. Catching Ziegler. As soon as the bell rings, punch to the gut. The Scotsman back up onto his feet. Like I said, a lot of respect between these two. Goes both ways. Ziegler returned. He said, I don't want your spot at Ascendance. I don't want the world title right now. I'll let you have your limelight. I just want to prove at Purgatory that I'm still better than you. Of course, these men had battles last season for the Anarchy Championship, culminating before Ascendance 4 in that amazing 30-minute Iron Man match. This is the first time they've fought since then. Obviously, they fought in the tag match a couple of weeks ago where Paul Devine actually got the pin on Ziggler. Ducks that. Ooh, clothesline attempt now, going for some kicks to the side of the leg. Working out that knee, brings him off the feet, down onto the canvas. Divine's not done, though. Divine is a former world champion, former Anarchy champion, 5-time tag team champion, a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. But his career is far from done. You know, last year, both of these men were in very different positions. Divine was actually defending the Anarchy title against Jeff Wallace of Webb, whereas Ziggler was defending the wrestling world against Conor McGregor. Both men were victorious that night. Where will they both end up this year? Where will they both end up tonight? And Ziggler with an arm drag, gonna bring Divine off his feet.
Good, let's go, Ziggler.
There's that vintage Ziggler. Though he's not a big man, Ziggler loves to get into his opponent's head, loves to have fun in that ring at the expense of whoever he's fighting. As he saw him step over Divine's chest and then snapping that arm back, trying to tear it in two as he goes for an early pin. Not looking to finish here, obviously, but make Divine exert his energy, which he does to kick out there at 2. Now Divine gonna go for his, what is this? A tequila sunrise, I think Ziggler's cooking up here. Oh no, what, is that a tequila sun? No, that isn't a tequila sun. I don't know what the hell kind of submission it is. It's kind of like an arm bar or something. I've never seen that before. Ziggler with the uniqueness doesn't keep it locked in for long, unfortunately. Divine able to escape. Oh, what a drop kick. And no doubt Divine cannot afford a loss here. Just 4 weeks away from Ascendance.
Yes,
we don't know what matchup. Oh, time stamp! After, I believe, countering the buckle bomb. Oh, but Ziggler doesn't stay out for long. I was about to say, though, we don't know who he's chosen to challenge it, but we know that Divine will be in the main event. He needs a win here, whereas Ziggler, we have no idea what's coming his way for Ascendance. We don't even know he'll be featured. Possibly won't be. Depending on the outcome of this matchup, Ziggler with a victory here would be monumental, no doubt about that. But Paul Devine looking to end things off early this year. Kick to the gut. Divine looking for just a bit of divine intervention to get him the victory. Dropping Ziggler face first. Will this be enough? Will the Asian sensation go full speed ahead into Ascendance?
Kick out!
No, he will
Kick
not.
out.
Ziggler survives for now.
I'm not commentating.
Ziggler ain't done yet. Ooh, maybe he is. Divine countering a swing gutbuster attempt there, I think. Is now we get a drop kick to the back of the head. Divine glued to the driver's seat right now. Ziggler got to figure out a way to start turning the matchup into his favor as Divine now begins to target the leg, which Ziggler uses a lot in his arsenal. Uses that Pele kick. Of course, you know, oh, timestamp again from the man who puts the Rising and Rising Sun, and now shades of his protege and Reese Matthews, who we still have to see later on tonight with the BFT knee strike into the discus clothesline. But Ziggler hops right back up to his feet. Jawbreaker creates some distance, some much needed distance. Goes for a spinebuster DDT instead. Divine has an answer for everything that Ziggler's throwing at him. These two men know each other so well. As Divine wants to finish things off as quickly as possible, going for a kick to the gut. Then squeeze instead, as Ziggler now is the man who's looking to wrap things up and get himself the victory. Kick to the gut. Ziggler hooking the arms. Pedigree by the pride of Scotland, wasting no time into the pin. 1, 2, no, Divine. Showing that all too well-known heart of his. Doesn't matter who he's aligned with. Doesn't matter who his friends are. He's still Paul Devine. As Ziggler with that swagger of his, looking to maintain control. Forearm smash. Forearm smash again. And then a Pele kick.
I'm not commentating though.
Ziggler is riding high on momentum right now here at Purgatory. 4 weeks away from Ascendance 5. Kick to the gut. We know Ziggler used to be a pro football player. He's got those calculated kicks that deal a lot of damage. But what is this? Reverse STO out of the full Nelson from Divine. 1, 2. Oh, bringing some new maneuvers to his arsenal, but it wasn't enough to get the job done there. As Ziggler now pops back up to his feet, knee to the chest, and now Ziggler not beating around the bush. Kick to the gut again, caught this time by Divine, but a wheel kick to counter, the counter, the counter, the counter. Ziggler stomped down onto the arm. The back of the head, busting Divine wide open, blood spurting from the cut on his forehead as Ziggler showcases, flashes off his ego.
That's right. Bleed. Bleed. Bleed.
Wait a minute. Some dirty heel tactics on display from Ziggler. Feet on the rope. Ref doesn't see it. Will this be enough? Can he steal it? No, Divine knows those dirty heel tactics all too well himself.
Come on. I'll come to you.
Back and forth they go, tit for tat, reversal fest ensuing as we near the end of this matchup. These two warriors, time out, the 24th punch, I should say. Shades of his brother Quantum, who we know is main eventing Implosion. And now he's got Ziggler in a front headlock, gator rolling him, treating him like his bitch here as he's got him in the middle of the ring. You want to be that tweet reader, Mr. Excitement? Got there from Pierre.
Yeah, I'm not watching the match, so I'm not.
Well, Pierre Thompson lets out a tweet saying, "So what are the best clubs out here?" Hashtag
and still.
Pierre looking to celebrate his win. I'm sure he's going to go hit up Rubik. They'll celebrate together. That seems like quite the pair to see out in public as Divine has these vicious, absolutely vicious knees now. Just cracking off to the side of Ziggler's head. Both men are bleeding. Both men are weary. Both men are groggy. But both men are still pushing on. And this absolutely amazing matchup. Misses a kick, though, as Divine. Ziggler capitalizing, tripping him up, and neck breaker. Ziggler, no doubt, drained from his matchup with Xander Slate earlier on this week on Monday Night Fusion. Divine coming off a loss to Brody Sampson as well. But wait a minute, Ziggler, the pride of Scotland, the former two-time Anarchy champion, gonna go for that vintage buckle bomb of his. Tracking the spine right to the turnbuckles. Ziggler now rounded up, looking to finish things off as he snaps the arm once more, debilitating, dissecting Paul Divine here, setting him up to finish things off. Kick to the gut, tucks him between his legs, hooks the arms, pedigree by Ziggler into the pin. Is this it? 1, 2, 3, it is! Ziggler is victorious. Yes.
I'm back. Who won?
Jacob Ziggler secured the victory.
Wow. That's telling me. Hold on, try the best there. You know, sometimes the best just isn't good enough.
What a matchup. Once again, these two showcasing that they can put on absolute 5-star classics. And Ziggler proving once more that he is still the better man over Paul Divine. But the fact remains that Divine is going to the main event of Ascendance to challenge for either the Undisputed or Alpha World title, whereas the future of Ziggler is unclear. But after that victory, he sure got something coming his way. Bloodied, bruised, and all. Jacob Ziggler stands victorious, ladies and gentlemen. Making Purgatory his stomping grounds. I'm 2-0 at Purgatory now. Will he be 2-0 at Ascendance? We'll have to wait and see.
What a great match that sounded. I'm sad I missed it.
And up next, folks, we see a former Undisputed Champion and Reese Matthews challenge for the Anarchy title, going head-to-head with the Pitbull, Perry Heenan here. And it's been certainly what's the word I'm looking for? Starts with a T. A troublesome, that's not the word I'm looking for, but a troublesome couple of months, no doubt, ever since he lost the World Championship. I mean, his career was completely changed.
Hang on. I think he meant turbulent.
Yeah, that's actually that's exactly what I was looking for. It's been a turbulent couple months for Reese. Of course, his career was completely altered when he challenged his mentor, the man who taught him everything he knows, Paul Devine, for the Undisputed title and shocked the entire CMV universe, the entire wrestling world, by being victorious. But he didn't keep the strap for very long. At Homecoming, he dropped it to Chris Andrews, and then it was roadblock after roadblock. It was the 10-man battle royal he was put into. He never got his rightful one-on-one rematch, and then he lost the Royal Rumble, of course. So it just slowly, the world title kept inching and inching and inching away from him. But tonight, Matthews has a chance to add another championship to his resume, try to bounce back, get to the glory days that he once held in the palm of his hand, as he challenges the Pitbull, Perry Heenan. Perry Heenan's first defense. Remember, guys, supposed to be Shinaz Andoni, Perry Heenan. Their rematch for the title, but Shinaz, who defeated Matthews to earn that right after the match, was brutally attacked by Troy Myers. Myers, who we know has been stalking Reese for months, trying to get an Ascendance match for him. Reese has yet to respond. Troy been coming down ringside, actually helping Reese on a couple of occasions to win matches. But yeah, Troy viciously attacked Shinaz in his locker room after that bout. And Shinaz has been put on the contend for the title here, so Samson had to make a quick decision to give the number 2 contender Matthews this opportunity here. And we're going to see if he can follow through. I guess he has Myers to thank for this opportunity. The question is, what were Myers' motives? Why did he do this? Why does he want Reese to get this championship opportunity? I don't know if you want to. You don't have to. Just stick around just until the main event. I would never do such a thing, Maury. Here he comes, calling himself the Exception. Reese Matthews, a former world champion. One way or another, no matter how he got this opportunity, looks to head into the grandest stage of them all with some sort of championship around his waist. Though Perry Heenan, since coming to CMV only a month and a half ago, has been on an absolute tear through the Fusion roster with only one loss to his name, capturing that Anarchy title a couple of weeks ago live from Las Vegas for Monday Night Fusion. It's time to see if that was just a fluke or if he is going to keep that strap around his waist for a while to come. We know the Anarchy title has been bouncing around a whole lot these past few months. Nobody's been able to hold it for longer than a month. Can Perry Heenan finally bring that to a halt? Or will Reese keep the game of hot potato going? Reese Matthews nonchalant with a smirk on his face, awaiting the arrival of the Pitbull, baby. Perry Heenan. This man has been incredible and has very much impressed me since his debut. He's got that deadly sleeper hold submission in his arsenal, which Reese has got to be on the lookout for. If he gets locked in that, the match is as good as over. Nobody has been able to escape it thus far. Everybody that's been trapped in it has tapped. The Pitbull is being let off his leash tonight. Could Perry head on to the grandest spectacle in CMV with a championship to his name? Or will Matthews stop his dominant tear dead in his tracks? And a night where we still have so much more to get to. Up next, we have the World Tag Team titles on the line. The United Kingdom challenging Nick Blake and Zach Cage. Then the Elimination Chamber will be lowered, my friends. 6 men to enter, only 1 will leave. Changed forever, but with an Alpha World title shot at Ascendance. go. Anarchy Championship on the line. Reese Matthews, the challenger, the exception, a former world champion. Not to be underestimated. Matthews is one of the best to do it in that ring on the Fusion roster. Standing across from him is the Pitbull with that mean mug look on his face. The strap over his shoulder. Reese Matthews is going to have to kill that man and pry it from his cold, dead hands if he wants to become champion here tonight at Purgatory. Look at Perry Heenan. No movements. Absolutely 125% focused here.
All right, guys.
Shoulder. Reese Matthews who nods his head.
I got that.
Like
some medicine.
What happened?
I got you some medicine.
Oh, bless you. Bless your soul. I need it for this next matchup. Reese Matthews, Perry Heenan for the Anarchy Championship. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, as Purgatory winds down. Only a handful of matches left to go. Who's going to walk into ascendance as the Anarchy Champ? We've already had a whole lot of upsets here tonight. Let's see if we get another one. Let's see if we have another new champion crowned. Three? No, only 2 new champions crowned thus far tonight, whereas 3 champions have remained with the gold. Let's see if we can tie it up. If Reese Matthews can make it 3-3, or if Perry will prove, like I said, that it wasn't a fluke that he captured the championship. Hard knee right to the face there by Matthews, as then he gets a kick off to the back. I don't know what's Alexa, what time is it? Oh, okay. Alexa, what time?
It's 5 p.m.
Oh, it's only 5. Purgatory will be over before then. Just gonna
Or
punch
will
off
it?
the back of the head in the waistlock lariat by Matthews. As now Matthews early on in this matchup going to the top rope. I don't know how smart that is. Matthews is actually an aerialist as he's perched up, waiting for Perry to get to his feet. Goes for a back elbow, and indeed it backfires. He didn't able to step out of the way. Remember, as the Anarchy Championship is on the line, this is an Anarchy rules match. Anything goes. No disqualifications, no countouts. Tries for the sledgehammer as Perry instead gets the stick right to the gut. Now this fight's spilling up the ramp, and these two can stay out here for as long as they want. But if they want to win, if one of these guys wants to walk out with the title, they got to get it done in the ring by pinfall or submission. Lower. Back gets nailed with an elbow drop. This is a dangerous place to be. You got to steal the ramp, and then right there, that little patch is just pure concrete. You get dropped on that, your chances of even walking out at all are narrow, as Heenan looking for a Canadian neckbreaker right on the base of the ramp. That's pure steel that the back of his head just cracked off of. Then we get a big knee strike right to the side of the head, as if the neckbreaker wasn't enough. Reese Matthews gets clocked in the jaw, spun around, able to escape the waistlock, however. Punch to the back of the head, misses the grapple, might be a bit woozy. Neckbreaker on the concrete! And now Perry Heenan, the one who's in a bad way, but able to trip up Reese as he goes for another weapon. Perhaps no, going to target the legs. Gets a boot to the knee. Front headlock has Reese trapped. Oof. Arm wrangle, and then a leg drop to the shoulder. Elbow drop to the top of the head now. Perry Heenan doing damage on the outside before he seeks to take Reese back into the ring and retain his championship. Hip toss neckbreaker, beautifully done to perfection there by the Pitbull. As he gets him in a front headlock again, taking Reese Matthews for a walk. He has something deadly planned for the exception. Ramming him face first into the steel post. Oh my God. Oh, and again. Trying to crack that coconut. Perry Heenan now, couple of knees to the area the sun don't shine, and that's completely 110% legal here in this one. Anything goes, Anarchy rules. Here at Purgatory with the title on the line. Stomp down on his composure. No sign of Troy here. Like I said, Troy been stalking Reese Matthews for months now, trying to get an ascendance match with the exception. Though Reese has been very quiet as to what his reasons were for attacking Shanaz Andoni and essentially getting Reese this title opportunity here tonight, as now it is Reese who gets his skull cracked off the steel of that post.
What if Troy Myers is like this obsessed fangirl for Reese Matthews?
That's what it seems like. He's been, like I said, pretty much stalking Reese Matthews everywhere he goes. But, I mean, Reese could very well tell him off, say, no, I don't want an sentence match with you. He hasn't said anything to Troy. Like, he's ignoring him with that torture rack neckbreaker, which usually sets up his opponents for the sleeper hold. Instead, goes for the pin this time. Will that alone be enough to finish? No, Reese kicks out. As now Heenan sizing up the exception. If he locks in that sleeper hold, it's as good as done. And there it is, brings him to the ground. No rope breaks and Anarchy rules. Heenan to retain the championship. Will Reese tap? Will Reese tap? Heenan's got it locked in tight. Or can Reese escape? Can Reese escape? Can he be the first man to escape this devastating sleeper hold? Yes, he can, Matthews! But he still hasn't fully escaped it. There we go! Reese refuses to submit. Flinging Heenan off of him as now Reese looks to get hardcore, grabbing a hold of that sledgehammer. We're going to play the in and out game here. Now Perry awaits Reese to get back into the ring, kicks the sledgehammer right out of his hands. And I have to imagine that, you know, if I had to make a guess, I'd say that the reason that Troy wants Reese to win the Anarchy title is if he then gets that Ascendance match, I guess the Anarchy Championship would be on the line for their bout if Reese accepts, but that's a lot of ifs. But that if might be made true as Reese with a cradle DDT. Oh, but he drops down to one knee, no gas left to make it to the pin. And his chances of becoming Anarchy Champion just slipped away right there. Heenan giving way too much time. Perhaps he's knocked out. 1, 2. No, just a 2 count.
Like, do you
Reese
think
has the
Troy Myers,
sledgehammer in hand again.
Troy Myers has a way good get up Reese Matthews hair?
Oh, backslide driver by Reese, nearly onto the head of that sledgehammer, and Reese gonna try for another time to use it, but again, Perry dodges him. Heenan is too quick, and now Reese gonna get the stick end right into his gut. And that's just, oh my God, wait a minute, Dragon Sleeper, cinched in by Perry, the submission expert, looking to force the tap one way or another. Is Perry going to Ascendance as the Anarchy Champion? Will Reese Matthews tap, or can he escape again? No, a couple of knee strikes to the face, gonna set him free. Can he capitalize? Snapmare goes for a dropkick, moves out of the way to Heenan. The Pitbull closes into Pitbull, bringing Reese up onto his shoulders yet again. The torture axe spun out into a neck breaker. Heenan into the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Perry stomping down into the spine, almost up as to say, Reese, just give up already. As he lines him up, and once more brings Reese to the canvas, locking in the sleeper hold. Matthews escaped it once. Can he do it again? Or will he tap? Will Reese Matthews tap? Yes, he does. And Perry Heenan retains the Anarchy Championship.
I just made out
Oh. Oh, shit. It's getting around side. Really twitchy. Jeez Louise.
well, all good things come to an end.
Alexa, what time? Alexa, what time is it?
It's 5:08 p.m.
Shit, it's... I can't... So fuck...
People about
She's just...